How do, folks? You're going to see an animation in a sec because I forgot to put it on. 3, 2, 1, go. Boom. And you should be, one of you lot shout something.
Oh,
Hello, what up?
There you go. Audio test at its finest. Boom. Welcome to Heavyweight Gaming. For the second night this week. Running. I can just see Dice and Fantasy Games. Super Sauce, welcome back. Session 64, Fables Among Titans. These lot have been going a very long time, Super Sauce. So these are what we like to call veterans of Colossus. But yeah, so stay tuned in and hopefully you'll get just as much laughs and giggles as you did last night and you stick around forevermore and you'll never ever leave us again.
Or you'll cry a bunch.
Or you'll cry a lot. Give them all a medal. They need it. They need it. So, we'll do the... What should we do first, Barney? What should we do first, Mel? The social media. We've got Instagram, we've got Twitter, we've got Facebook. If you just go check out Heavyweight Gaming on those three, you will find us. If you put Heavyweight Gaming into TikTok, you will find my account.
oh yeah, hang on.
It will not ever have... you.
That wasn't even me.
Stop following it. There's no videos on there.
I already followed it. I followed
it
when I saw you running like a maniac. It was wonderful.
One take. One take.
Kudos to Dean for getting you.
We were fighting over who would create the command last night.
Second, but yeah. So you can go find us on all of those, and you'll get to see what I'm posting about regarding our games, our streams, our charity events, etc., etc. So go follow us on all that good stuff. We got loads of sponsors to go through tonight, so I'll do it quick. Coyote Grey, unbelievable, love his chibi work. If you look at Ozra's little token, that is an example, and if you see the little slideshow of tokens of this lot,
where is it?
Yeah, that way.
It's there.
It's there.
I think my camera's flipped, so I'm always confused.
It's up here. It's across. You can see the personal tokens for each of the characters in the slideshow, and Ozra is one of the Vampire Knights, I believe, tokens in the chibi token packs. Go to Roll20, go to the marketplace. Search Coyote Grey and you'll get to see all his chibi token packs. They're super cool. He's got a cyberpunk one as well. I love chibi artwork and I've got them all over my game, so go check out Coyote Grey. Lucky Battle Mats, superb. They bang out a Kickstarter saying we're making new maps. It gets funded in seconds because they're just that good at what they do. They've got flip books like A3 size that you just throw them out on your table, and you've got taverns, towns, caves, catacombs, tundras, forests, magic circles, lava rivers. They're amazing. They're currently doing castles and caverns, I think, which can't wait to get that out there. They've just done a sci-fi one with spaceships and space stations that got immediately funded. Go check out Lucky Battle Mats. They're really, really good at what they do. And everything you get in those big flip books, they do digitally. So if you play on stuff like Roll20, Fantasy Grounds, Foundry, etc., you can use the same maps that you'd get in your books on your digital games as well, which is super cool. Ashana is a glass crafter. Go to Instagram, put in Ashana, pretty much Twitter or Twitch or Instagram. If you look for Ashana, you'll find her. She's a glass crafter and a nerd. I mean, it's perfect. She's a super zen streamer. You can chill out with her for as long as you wish to. And she's got a monkey face on her link, which is the way we roll around here. So yeah, go check out Ashana. I've got a lot of time for her. She's across the big pond, and she does her streaming from there. So we may raid her later on if she's about. So go check out Ashana. Super, super cool at glass crafting. We got Roughworks Creative, who's not on this overlay. Sasha's fault, making me change the overlays. So
it's Roughworks.
So go check out Roughworks Creative. Don't wait for him to post. He won't do it. Once every 5 years. But if you go check out his photo albums, you'll get to see some of the stuff he's capable of. And if you do wish out from him, just message him and he will answer messages. Other than that, he lives in a forest somewhere, him and bears chopping down trees with their bare hands. It's ridiculous.
Oh, Dwarf posted one of his sets of armour last night in the Discord, and it looks amazing.
It's ridiculous. It's all blood, sweat and tears. He very rarely uses machine work because he prefers it to be all authentic, and he's a caveman. He does 4 push-ups a year and is carved by the angels, and I hate him greatly for that. So yeah, I don't know what's going on here, but I'm here. Ace and the Bees. Welcome, Ace and the Bees.
I love your screen name. That's amazing.
We're going to try and play some Dungeons and Dragons. So go check out Sawdust and Swear Words. Super cool woodworker. Look at the photos. you'll get to see what they do. Just incredible. I've got a lot of time and love for Sawdust and Swear Words, and I hope they get to smash more and more of their content, as it were, or their product.
You made me a custom wine goblet.
We don't know either, to be fair. That's very true. Who have we got? Surenscape, not an official sponsor, but they are brilliant at what they do. Thank you very much, Kester, for the gifted sub. Ace the Bees, use it wisely. Use it wisely. What was I saying? Surenscape. So they do Epic Games did Epic Sounds, which is their tagline, and it's very accurate. If you want to have a dragon fight going on in the ambient music around your table while you're playing games, yeah, gravy time. Cheers, Ace the Bees. Go check out Surenscape. You can blast them out your PC, your phone, your Bluetooth tablet, Bluetooth device, etc. And you can create a nice ambience for your players to think they're in a cave, in a castle, in a port town, in a fight with a dragon. Spooky. And if you play digitally, like we do, your players can download the web player app. You can play the music. It goes through their app, and they can turn it up and down as they see fit. Unseen. Is that it? Are you going to tell me I've missed one? Am I good? Right, cool.
Tasha's heavier
crockpot of bits and bobs. So if you are a 5e D&D lunatic, you will have heard of Tasha and the many crockpotty stuff that they release. So we did the first major supplement by HWG for D&D5e. It has arrived.
You need to amend this one as well, okay?
Yeah, has arrived a year ago. Tasha's heavier crockpot of bits and bobs is 81 pages of subclasses, spells, artwork, and everything TTRPG that player wants! ! Find it here for less than $10 on DM's Guild. Follow the link. We sold 200 copies. It was really popular when it first released. It's on sale right now. I'll tell you a little secret, Ace and the Bees. It's going to be on sale forever. But yes, so go check it out if you want source material. It's really cool. There's 80 new spells in there. A lot of our nerdy friends who are very talented at artwork contributed to it, and those that are less good at artwork but can make up 5e mechanics, neither of that side is me. They came up with some really cool subclasses and spells. So when you put it all together, you get a lovely, cool source book. Which leads me on to this year. We will announce when I've got more details. We're doing a Kickstarter, and it will be a source book, a full campaign source book of Atoria. We've got 40 pages banked. There's like 5 of us writing on it. So if I've done 40 and the rest of them do 40, we're 200 pages already. That's before we get artwork. It's before we do all the stretch goals. It's mind-blowing that many, many moons ago, when I was more bald, this is now.
Are you going to say when you had hair?
I think I've seen a picture of hair once. It wasn't mine. So yes, I can't wait to get that going and just be more shouty about it. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. Just bits to do. Just bits. Yeah, cool. 200 bits because of you lot in the chat. We are removing the cap. You have taken away.
Oh my god,
oh my gosh.
Where's the monkey
Dwarf
face?
Warrior just
ready.
paid your mortgage again.
Where's the monkey
Oh,
face?
thank you, Jenny. Thank you, Castra.
Mel, where's the monkey
Jesus.
face?
Jenny, my
Where's the
goodness.
monkey face? Stop giving them bits. They don't
I
deserve
can't
it.
find the monkey face.
Here's the scam train. Woo, scam train.
Do you feel sorry for the adventurers? Well, don't, because there's no monkey face. Donate 200 bits /cheers. You can give the party a reroll.
Uli, thank you. We're up to 5.
Jesus Christ.
2, 3, 4, 5.
They cannot
up to
use
6
them on the DM. They can't use them on death saving throws. They don't roll over to next week. And there is no longer a cap.
No cap.
All right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we are up to 6.
So,
Yeah.
you went a
On
bit
the other
mental
hand,
last night.
concern.
Oh, there was a thing that needs introducing that Dwarf Warrior introduced last night.
I purposely didn't put it in. No.
If you donate 500 bits, I get a reroll.
No!
Oh, damn. So I didn't make a command for it.
There's the catch.
Give me that command. Give me that command. We clearly
No.
have faith in you lot. Right, so
To be fair, I won't do it on a Tuesday night. I'll do it on another night.
you lot
I'll do it on another
keep
night.
track of your bits. Thank you so much for the bits. It's very much appreciated. For anything really, follows, bits, subs, anything you do. Thank you very much. It's very, very, very much appreciated.
Well, for you, who do you think
my
comes
God,
in on a
Uli's got
Thursday and
5
gives you
kids.
bits, okay?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, no.
Dwarf Warrior is apparently
no.
not wanting his
Oh,
rerolls that badly.
So, on the Surenscape, it is on the same sound mixer as the players, so it might get loud sometimes. If it does, just put it in chat, and I'll try and match it down a little bit so it's not as crazy. So now we're going to do a recap. Now the recap is ridiculous because the party are lunatics, but We're going to get there. We had law fights, darklings exploding everywhere. So much so that I decided to create a campaign on Sirenscape so I can add all the lovely music that you lot are going to be fighting to.
Oh no.
So, I'm going to have some twinkly music first while I do my recap. Because I feel like twinkly music. I got worried then, I didn't recognise Sasha's name joining the game, and I was like, who is this person?
Oh no, who is this?
Oh, that's not working.
I mean, it literally says Sasha.
Who was that man?
I was gonna say.
I only look at your names, like your character names. It freaks me out when I say real names.
Hey, thank you, Super Sauce.
Thank you, Super Sauce.
Thank
Seven.
you.
Oh, Super Sauce! Right, so hopefully this is all twinkly and enchanting music to you while I do my recap.
Let's have a look.
You're all absolute legends. Thank you so much. Up to 7. And I'll put the cap back on.
And I'm going to keep it off.
Oh, there's Twinkles.
Don't worry, you've no fear of putting my kids through uni. It's fine. So, recap. Jesus. Sapphire, Solomon, the father of Kesfion and Zandria, and Owlbearer are currently in the Ver Dynasty, a country several thousand miles away from where the rest of the party are. During their time there, they discovered that Kelthias, the wielder of Ravensbane, seems to be the leader of the Order of the Pale, which are a paladinic order that seem to follow what can only be described as 3 vampiric death machines, as Sapphire found out. Running away from Kelthias, because it's a brilliant idea, because, you know, you need to kill some more boars and kill some more kobolds before you can go take on Kelthias. You ran away down the mountainside, animating all the creatures out of the way. It was wonderful. There was a scarab beetle. Solomon's riding the scarab beetle. Thank you, Maybonix.
Thank you, Maybonix.
And you made your way to Tanto, the small mountain village waypoint, a little bit down the mountain. You tried to explain to them that they need to pack up and do one because there's a massive amount of demons up the mountain, and they were like, okay, Sapphire, calm down. You eventually convinced a few of them, and whether they believe you or not 100%ly or super committed to the runaway, they're packing up and they're going to move down the mountain. There's no real business going on anyway. They're happy to plod down the mountain. Whilst you were up there, you went into the stables, as all good adventurers do, and you saw a ring of salt with a young girl on her knees with no hands, hair hanging out down in front of her, sobbing slightly. Behind her was a 9-foot war-forged ship in ivory and white gold, and just off to the left, in a corset of pink and cherry blossom treed patterning across the corset, was the Seelie Fae known as Artarian. Whatever were going on, Sapphire, there was a little bit of tension between yourself and Artarian, but you let it play out. And it turns out that they were lending aid to your friends far away. They did not know, but Natathrin, Sasha, the Ivory Dragon, now residing in the vessel of the Warforged unit, told you that they were helping your friends. In the desert, this lot decided to go on a dungeon crawl without their tabaxi monk, or Leon and monk, and you destroyed a load of darklings, a strange creature of blobbiness and ooze-like consistency, where you both had a mutual agreement. You go back in the sand, we'll go in the cave. You go into the cave. You scare away the creatures that really enjoy tearing flesh during the dark times, but popped out some sunlight and told them to get stuffed. They all disappeared into the tunnels. You also discovered that this is a pre-built building, piece of architecture that is definitely buried beneath the dunes above your heads. As you manage to walk through and scrape some of the sand and dirt away, you can see the orange and red mosaic tiles on the floor. The walling is a golden sandstone colour, and you're making your way around some sort of structure beneath the sands. You coming to an area that was akin to a grand hall or a large foyer of this building, you got into a fight with an enormous spider. This spider was not going down for love nor money, and it was it was a very, very dangerous fight. More dangerous than you probably may have realised. However, there was aid.
I think we were very aware of how large the big nasty spooder was.
Oh, what am I sharing here? You got a choo-choo coming at you. Choo-choo and a dolphin with shades on. I don't know where these emojis are coming from. But
I don't know. It looks like it's doing a kawaii blush.
yeah, there you go. So take that, fans. Fighting the spider, during it, both Kesfion and Ari were turned into eggs, or at least imprisoned within eggs, and these eggs were massive. As about 6 seconds passed, those eggs split, hatched, if you will, and 2 large dragons popped out of them, one of blue, one of silver. And these 2 dragons were Ari and Kesfion in a polymorphed sort of state, where they then unleashed upon this massive spider that was terrassing it around this grand hall area. You had Ozra pulling out Spirit Guardian, Spirit Weapon, Spirit Damage, just pure Spirit class, like just I'm a cleric, come at me. Zandria is getting to wield her axe quite to full effect. We had... Who else did we have? We had Ruby at the back. Just what did you do, Ruby? You did something ridiculous.
I cast haste on Ari
Wow.
for a cuppa.
Yeah, that's it.
That's my usual thing. Cast
There was
haste
something
on the
specific.
fastest
It was
person
haste.
close
I
to
was trying
me,
to
and
remember
then
the
just
haste.
let things play out.
Hasted dragon.
I was
Hasted
trying-
dragon.
yes. Ruby hasted the dragon. I was trying to remember the haste. I remember the blight. I couldn't remember the haste. So, which was ridiculous.
And daylight as well. Daylight.
Oh yeah, I've still got
The
daylight
daylight
running.
was there. The daylight went down when you cast haste because it's concentration. Oh no,
No, it's
it
not.
wasn't concentration. That's what we discussed last week.
Yes.
Yeah. So those of you that do DM, don't let your players be a dragon and don't let them get haste cast on them. It's just terrifying.
Technically, he got hasted before he got turned into a dragon.
I don't care.
That's true for a minute. Well, no, obviously a lot less than a minute, but for a moment there, I did have haste cast on an egg, so that
sure.
could have been one speedy egg if it hadn't hatched.
That was ridiculous. I don't know what I'd have done with it actually. But yeah, so and then Sahar, who was the instructor of Zandria and Kesfion in their low-level fighty days, turns out he never really leveled up. He can't seem to hit anything, but he's got an Earth Elemental Tortoise with him now, which lasts an hour, by the way. I thought it only lasted a minute, but he's got it for an hour. So you fought the spider. Let me get some more spooky music. Spooky.
I mean, the giggling that kept cropping up in the twinkly music
Was pretty scary. Yeah.
I obviously have it low enough level that I didn't hear that.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Probably for the best.
Random creepy little girl giggling.
There it
No,
is.
thank you. Oh, there it is. No, awful.
That's better.
Well, that's it. Is it though?
I don't know why that was dead dramatic at the start there, but right.
Yeah,
So
consent.
it is quiet. You can hear scratching, what might be footsteps. You're unsure, but you are no longer in a fight. Let's turn that down a little bit. Let me know if that's too loud, chat. Turn that down. Oh, we ended it on Sapphire was talking to Artarian and was told about the 3 elements of entities of death, pure death, that were in a realm protected by a mirror. And the mirror was the holy symbol of the demon paladins. You were shown 2 people that are in league with the demons, or Artarian has warned that they're working with, for, again, whatever, but they're definitely in with the demons on some level. They showed you an image of Soul Taker, the sister of Sapphire, and an image of someone very akin to Ozra, except the symbology they wore around their religious items was a clawed hand, not the vulture.
This is fine.
Vulture's got claws.
They also, but no hands. But Artarian did say they can get you to Toodles if you so wished. So we'll actually deal with that first, Sapphire.
Okay. So Sapphire will say, I need to go get my companions. Like 2 seconds. And monk speed it right the way up to the bar.
Okay.
Because still doesn't exactly trust Altarian as far as we can throw him.
So you run out to the bar. And Stoneway is just finishing packing up their sack. It's on a stick, full on over the shoulder type stuff. Sapphire? Or Saf even?
The two companions that I came in with, do you know where they are? Have you seen them?
And you just hear this, "Come on, Owlbearer! Just one more! Just one more!" And you can see that there's like it's not really a private area in the tavern, there's like a bit of a pull of a curtain where if someone just fancied a drink out of sight, they kind of just sat around. You see Owlbearer and the desert boots of Solomon just sticking out, and you can just see Solomon's hands every now and then appear from in front of the curtain, gesturing at Owlbearer to drink more, and Owlbearer's just got this stern look that's just going at someone, which you can assume is Solomon.
Sapphire will go over and dramatically pull back the curtain to make an entrance.
To see for certain, yeah? So, as you see Solomon just kind of look up you childishly, just take another swig of their drink. That's only one more, Sapphire. There's only one more. And spoil sport over here.
Bring it with you. I've just found a way to get us back to Toodles now.
Oh, great! Just takes a long drink of the thingy, and then there's a smile on Owlbearer's face as he's seen something about Solomon's reaction to going to see Toodles. He has no idea why, but he's enjoying that look.
Sapphire recognizes it, but kind of ignores it a little bit. Toodles can get us back to your kids. This is what we need.
Okay, why didn't you say that? And then he just puts the tankard down, drained, adjusts the scarab on his back, adjusts the scimitar at his hip. Lead on.
Okay, cool. Stables, let's go, and we'll guide them down to the stables.
Owlbearer follows, adjusting his great sword and such, strapping his armour, making sure he tightens the armour just a little bit too much gusto. Like you can tell there's still wounds and injury about him, but he's happy to come along and tank whatever it might lead to. And he follows you around to the stables. As you walk into the stables, the atmosphere becomes very different. Solomon's interaction, just of that first welcoming, Artarian stood there, Solomon stood there. There's a hard look on Solomon. There isn't the boyish charm that he's had so far. That's what I'm calling it. You lot can interpret it how you so wish. There is a seriousness to Solomon. His back is upright. His hand has naturally gone to the blade. No, I do. You've seen my dice.
Can I show it to them?
You can show everyone the dice. That's the microphone and the camera's there. Right, there you go. That's good. Right, cool.
That's the only one you're able to
See you later.
tonight.
Right, come on.
Yeah.
Go.
No more dice for you,
Go.
just that one.
Say hello, bye-bye, say no night.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye,
Go. Fire.
Dina.
Safina. You never know.
Dina.
You never know. So,
Honestly, I was expecting that kid to slap you across the face there.
he walked onto the Monday game when Eddie you a sausage face and walked off.
And then Lucy was DM for a bit, it's fine.
Oh, Lucy DM'd yesterday, bless her.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, you all die? I can't remember where I was. So, you are... Solomon is stone-faced, staring straight at Artarian. And you can see that reaction, that he looks like he's ready to go for him. Artarian looks straight at Solomon, ignores you and Owlbearer, and just shakes his head. And Solomon's hand moves away from the blade, but his posture remains not offensive, but poised. Get that written down. Poised.
Sapphire looks between the two of them and goes, "Oh, so you have that impression on everybody then, Altarian?"
There's no reaction in Artarian. The large ivory warforged / soulforged of Natatharin is sat cross-legged and has got two straw dolls, and is just figurines is just making them dance around in front. This 9-foot 2,000-pound lump of white gold and ivory.
Oh, that's so sweet. Arterian can get us to Toodles, and then we can get back to the desert from there.
Still living in the desert, I see. Looks straight at Solomon. Solomon just looks at you, looks at Owlbearer, looks back at Arterian. You can die in the desert if you wish. And then you just hear Natatharin, no fighting.
No, we're not. None of us are fighting. At least for now, we're all on the same side. So, yeah. Enemy of my enemy and all of that.
Owlbearer just gestures to you, Sapphire, and just kind of makes a sundial attempt for time passing.
Yes, time is an issue. Sapphire will go over to the giant soul forged for a second.
They stand. Natatharin stands full 2.5, nearly 3 foot taller than you.
Sapphire looks up, which he's not used to doing.
You know how Ruby feels.
He'll reach into his satchel and he'll pull out the trinket of Iconia that he has, which is a little white bear, and he'll hand it to her. Look after this for a while for me. You can add it to your dolls.
The eyes dim as they look down at the bear, and then the huge gauntleted hand takes the bear and just places it in a satchel around the belt at their hip. Thank you.
Be safe. We'll see each other again soon.
I doubt it. And then the Natatharin just walks out the stables.
Right. Yeah, time. Time is of an essence. Let's do this.
Arterian just points his finger at the floor and starts making a circular motion. And it whips up copper, then you see red and orange and brown leaves. And it's like a small tornado's a bit dramatic, but there's a wisp of wind going with a bit of pace, and you see the coloured leaves of autumn swishing around in it. Your Jezerit awaits you.
Thank you. I hope things with Cophilius go well, as well as can be expected.
You won't be here to find out. And then Arterian walks out the stables. You see Solomon still rigid for a little bit as Arterian walks past him, and then he relaxes. Come on, Cat, let's go. And just rushes into the windy portal. Wow. As does Owlbearer. Steps in. You step in as well?
Once the two of them are in, I'll step in as well.
Cool. Doesn't take too many moments for you to realise that the wind, as it gets faster around and blurs your vision, you start to smell the familiar presence of the copper forest, or at least the glade that still belongs to the Jezerit. When you arrive there, as Toodles had told you, time would still pass normally. Your little magic bubble that she'd created has faded. You don't know how much time has passed, you don't believe it to be too long, but the thickness of green and copper that is now mixing of the green trees of Ravenholm and the copper forest that's been regrown with that added oomph of ruby, you can see a true forest growing again. Even though it's winter, you know winter is strongly into Ravenholm at this moment in time. As you see them, everyone rocking around, you see Gideon come running up to you, tabard of copper with a lance upon it, just rocks up to you. Hello.
Hi Gideon, how are things? How's it going?
We got a few stragglers. There's been a couple of locals that have tried robbing us while we've been working, but we dealt with them. But I mean, they're dead. Just leans in and kind of like from back at hand tells you.
I'm glad that you managed to sort that. I'm disappointed that people are trying to take advantage, but sadly not surprised.
There's a few of the Fae giving it a go as well. Like, the rules of the Jezerit are their reach is like, whoa, that was... I'm going to sort them flutes out. I got high-pitched. I've lost the will to hear.
And bards.
The Jesuits in their cottage. They said you might be back.
Yeah, we're not staying for long, but hopefully see you again soon. Keep this place safe.
Right. He looks like he's been stood on by a 20-foot demon. And just nods over to Owlbearer.
That, you know what? That's an incredibly good description, Gideon. I'm very impressed.
Well, there's a lot of demons here, so.
And he was exactly 20. Well, I say exactly. He was 20-foot-ish, yeah. And there's been a lot of damage.
Oh right. I was just making it. What, here? In Rivendell?
No. We were in Vey.
There's demons in Vey? Ah, there's always demons in Vey. Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Alright.
I'm not fine. The demons destroyed my kind of home, so.
Oh dear. Do you want to go get a drink? As you look down at this 10-year-old Death Knight.
As much as I would love a drink right now, we have to be somewhere else, I'm afraid.
Well, I'll hold you to it. Tavern's always open. Just gestures around the place. Trees are looking good, aren't they? Anyway, don't die. And just punches you in the thigh. And just walks off.
I love this kid.
Solomon just watches
Solid
Gideon walk
advice
away.
from a 10-year-old.
Look at the influence we've done on this child.
I know, right? From like, way back
You can see
when.
the
Also, isn't
nostalgia.
his name Geddon?
Gideon.
Yeah.
Gideon. Might be Gideon. I decided to have two characters in two campaigns. One called Gideon, one called Geddon. Alright? Don't ask me how it happened. So now they've become one and the same. Alright?
Oh,
So if
no.
you meet a lizard man with great armor, it's probably Gideon. So, as Geddon walks away, Gideon. His name's Gideon. Alright? Gideon. I am alive.
Jed.
As the young lad walks away, Solomon has a moment of nostalgia staring after the lad. Owlbearer heads straight over to the cottage, gets to the door, knocks twice, and then opens the door as if to be courteous to yourself and Solomon.
We don't have time.
Do you go into the cottage?
Yeah, absolutely. So Sapphire's like on a warpath now.
In you go into the cottage. The Jesuit, aka Toodles, is there knitting away. This scarf is like almost up to her knees now. She's just kind of sat in this pile of copper and orange and red wool. And she's knitting away. They're knitting away, sorry. And you walk in, Toodles whips round, red fur across the cheeks, her horns. They seem to be more majestic, like someone switched them out for a almost like crown-like presence about the way their ram horns go right round, huge buns of horn, and their hair seems to be, or at least the fur across the top of the head seems to be now hanging down the back. Not as mane-like as yourself, but it definitely looks like Toodles has had some sort of stylist in. But in the autumn forest. But they turn to you, they stand, the wool falls around them, they stand up, looks at Solomon, there's a smile, Solomon smiles back and then looks away at the walls. Owlbearer stands absolutely bodyguard rigid. So how did it go?
Well, the temple's been destroyed. There's an army of demons on the mount, and my sensei and possibly all of my friends are dead.
Okay. Two things. Are you okay? And do you need healing? Owlbearer just nods, but remains.
Sapphire will also nod. I'm nowhere near as bad as Owlbearer, but a little bit would be
Here we go.
appreciated.
Drink the tea, and they pass you some tea while I shoot the flutist. Where are you, flutist?
Goddamn
Helping to
bards.
heal, goddamn bards. That's what they do.
There's actually an option that says fluteless. Let's go with that.
This problem has been before.
Yeah. So as you drink the tea, you are fully healed. It takes Owlbearer... The tea doesn't seem to get any lower in the cup, this wooden cup, as Owlbearer is drinking at it. And you're pretty sure that Owlbearer's downed a good couple of pints of this tea, but the cup's only small. But with every gulp and every sip, there is a sigh of relief and a relaxation as pain flows out of his muscles and bones, and they start to heal and mend and such. And eventually, Owlbearer is looking ready to take his frustrations out on something. So what now?
If it's possible, we'd like to be sent back to the desert.
I can send you to Summer, or a tree. Do you know of any trees in the desert close? Are you trying to get back to, or to your friends, or where are they now?
They were going to fight some shadowling things, I believe. Looks at Solomon. You'd have a better idea of where they are.
Solomon's looking up at away from the situation, just over his shoulder. They were fighting darklings, my Jezerit, and just keeps looking, but doesn't do the curtsy towards Toodles. Just keeps looking at the wall. Owlbearer begins to sign, moving his hands and his body language to Toodles, who nods. And he's kind of following the conversation that Owlbearer is giving them through his sign language. And then there's a bit of a doing all the ooh, ah at the right times. And then Toodles embraces Owlbearer at the point where they're telling the story of what happened up on the mountain with the demons. You don't quite catch all of it. It gets a bit frantic and then slows down at points where you're waiting for a faster movement to try and work it out, but it's almost as if Toodles is filling in the gaps of the conversation that Owlbearer is just not expressing with his sign language. They embrace him in a big hug. It feels like it lasts forever, but it is obviously mere moments. Owlbearer stands back again, goes bodyguard ready, and just nods at the Jezerit, who nods back. I can take you to, or I can send you to, to Malika and the Summer Oasis, but I don't know how you'll get to your friends from there, unless you have any ideas, Solomon. Solomon kind of sighs, turns, stands very polite in front of the Jezerit. Zerin's doing a blood dream. Instant back off from Toodles. Why? She thinks the Water Crow is responsible for what's happening with the Darklings. The Water Crow? I thought that was just a myth. Solomon looks at Toodles as if Toodles does not realise that they're a fae. Do you know what I mean? Then, is she dreaming now? I would assume so, yes. I can take you into the dream, or send you to the dream, but it will hurt. Maybe Zerin and yourselves. I have walked with Zerin before. I could definitely get you into Zerin's dream. Owlbearer just signs whatever you need me to do. Solomon doesn't look shocked at Toodle's offering, but he does look almost like he didn't want the offer.
If we go into... I don't know how the dreaming stuff works, but I want to get back to help your children. I don't know if being in a dream is helpful for me.
Wherever the children are, Zerin's dream will be close behind. Solomon's still looking at Toodles as he's speaking. When we left them, they were doing this together. The dream will be a heartbeat away from Kesvion and Xandria.
Well, if it's close by, then yeah, let's do it.
Okay. We shall do it. And then Solomon stands proper soldier-like. It would be an honour, Jezerit, to walk your dream. Toodles nods. Here, drink this tea. They start moving around in their hut a lot quicker now, and there's like cups and pans and pots just getting clanged together. You didn't even see most of this stuff when you came in, but all of a sudden there's a kitchen full, like it's just fed the 5,000, and Toodles is pushing through all this stuff. The fire at the hearth off to the side roars into life. Toodles just starts throwing herbs and such into it. You hear a buzzing of insects. Cheers, and Skip. You hear a buzzing of insects, and the fire just consumes the spices and such, and the flame comes out of the hearth and curls around the walls, but doesn't actually stretch out to any of you lot. So now the walls are on fire, but it looks illusionary. You can feel the heat of the flames, but it doesn't seem to be burning anything. And then the fire itself splits, and in where the hearth is, you can see a almost like someone has cut the reality with a very sharp blade, and it just peels away. And you see in Toodles' hand the same dagger that Ulrich Steinson used to cut into the Fey realm. This curved, jewelled knife. Toodles looks a little bit... I know. As Solomon looks like disgusted that Toodles is wielding such a weapon. You want to save your children or not? Okay. Now, go. There will be an attack on your mind, but just stay strong, focus on one another, you should be fine. Owlbearer, I hope you get what you're looking for. He just nods, and Owlbearer just steps into the rip. No fear, no nothing. Disappears. Well, age before beauty. Looks at Sapphire.
Sapphire's looking around.
Well
So
played.
are you going or what?
Well played. And just slaps you on the shoulder, and then Solomon runs in.
Sapphire will follow.
As you step, Toodles puts their hand on your shoulder. Just be safe.
Thank you. I'll do my best.
I'll get going with you.
Sapphire smiles and dives through.
You step into the dream portal of the Archfey of Autumn, the Jezerit, aka Toodles. And then we go back to the desert, and I change the music again. So as you lot have just finished your fight, what is your immediate plan to do? You've got two dragons, a giant silver dragon and a giant blue dragon. You are all very aware that they were once Ari and Caspian. They got captured by an egg, and now the dragons appeared. They don't seem to be attacking you. If you choose to attack them, please let me know. And we will go from there. But you're in this, beneath the sand dunes, in a large hall. And it is quiet, it is eerie. You don't hear a lot. What are you doing?
Immediately after the fighting has ceased, Xandria... Sorry, the cats are fighting. Immediately after the fight ends, Xandria will kind of put her battle axe in front of her and kind of use it to lean on, and you can just see her breathing is quite heavy. This being like the second fight that she's had wearing this new armor and everything, it's already starting to take a toll.
So normally Ruby would be all over that, but there are two dragons. So she starts heading towards the closest one, and I don't think we're still in the same places on the map in Roll20, are we? So I'm not sure.
Don't worry about the map.
Which of you was closer?
I think it was Ari.
Ari was closer
from where
to
you were.
Yes. There are some wounds on the dragon, but not massively deep.
So her approach, Ari, is calm and fairly slow, and I don't know quite if Dragon Ari perceives the same way as human Ari does, but this is how you would approach an unknown animal that could rip you in half. She's not showing fear, but she's not like rushing up and getting all in your business. And then as she continues to approach, and you're either not reacting or not reacting negatively, she just keeps coming up until she can extend a hand and stop just shy of your jaw, like she wants to touch you, but she's kind of waiting for permission.
He'll kind of let her approach, but kind of like take a little step back and kind of shake his wings down and just be kind of trying to. His mind is probably trying to catch up with his actual what his body has decided to do, and is not necessarily aggressive, but is more kind of confused.
So Ruby will take the hand away, sort of like back up enough to show that she's not bringing aggression, and looking way up at you, will ask if you still understand common. In common.
You understand everything they say, but you can't speak common. You can only speak Draconic.
I remember that from last time. Yeah.
And the same for you, Cass.
He'll probably kind of
the dragon is
back
just literally just staring down at itself, like at its legs, just like, what's going on?
Probably kind of grumble back at her, which she won't understand. But I'll just be like, "What the hell? What the hell is going on?" But all you hear is a rumble.
Alshra, any Draconic?
No, she's gonna untangle herself from the spider's web that she got tangled in last time.
You easily tear it away from yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Tahar, any Draconic?
A little eye.
I don't, but I get context, and I think that was why am I a dragon?
Though Sahara will just look at Ari. Ari? In Draconic.
They'll like nod because he understands that he's not being understood.
How one's Ari? Summer Breeze looks across at Xandria, then at the Silver Dragon.
Has stopped staring at like the fact that he now has 4 legs and is covered in scales and why, and will just kind of like look up like a dog that's been like caught chewing on something it's not supposed to. Like,
I believe that one's Kesvion, looking at Xandria, then back at the Silver Dragon.
Oh well, obviously it's Kesvion. Look at the look on his face.
I mean, granted, and you see Sarah's kind of looking around the hall / cave. You gonna stay like that for a while? Says in Draconic to you too.
is this? Can we try and converse back with him?
Oh, yeah,
Do we understand
You can
Draconic?
speak Draconic.
He's speaking Draconic to you, and you are aware that he's speaking Draconic. You can assume he understands it as well, like on the return.
Okay.
Oh no, like
Yeah.
what I was meaning is I know from what you've given us that we can understand Draconic.
So you can.
I do not know that we are capable to.
No,
so you
In
can.
the last session, I think at the second Ari turned, he said something like, "What the flippity heck is going on?" And I asked if I could understand it through speech of the beasts, or if we had to speak Draconic, and it was established.
So whenever you.
Also, he's been speaking Draconic for a little while with his bad spells.
Yeah, when you've attempted to speak, it's come out in a Draconic nature.
Okay.
But you understand on the receive. You understand any language spoken to you.
Okay, cool. Okay.
And Sahar is currently speaking in Draconic to you both. And
What did he say again?
He asked how long you're going to stay like that.
Ariel kind of just like looking as confused as a dragon can look. and kind of look back at him and just be like, I have no idea. This has never happened before. Why the hell are we dragons?
Well, I was hoping you'd tell me. I knew Xandria had chosen a different path with the armor and axe, and I always thought Kess would just stick to the scimitars. Really, I didn't think you'd been learning how to turn into silver dragons. I mean, brilliant, Kesrion, perfect, exactly what we needed, and Ari, I'm sure it's a thing they teach on the wall, but nice.
This has never happened before.
See, that's what I was getting. Ruby,
I don't know how.
This has never happened before.
No,
Ruby.
the wall. You met a dragon. Can dragons do this?
There's no dragon.
I don't know. We thought dragons weren't real, so all you're hearing is.
Xandria at this point has literally just
Slightly
lowered
panicked,
herself
like
to the
dragon
floor.
tapping.
Kess is having
Xandria
a
has
moment.
just face down in the floor, just like, I'm not getting up, I don't believe in this.
As Kess is having a moment, Xandria, can you give me a Constitution saving throw? Which you should be more than able to do these days.
Which I should be more than able to, but we all know that for some reason.
I mean, you have 8 rerolls, like 10 rerolls.
My dice do know that Constitution saving throws are. Are you fucking kidding me?
Just
reroll.
I gave you an amulet of don't fail.
I'm not even bullshitting you. I'm just
don't even tell
Just
me. Just
reroll.
re-roll it. I don't want to know.
There's like 12 rerolls or something stupid. So, have you just re-rolled it? Have you just got it?
one higher.
Please
Oh my
do
God.
use a different dice, thank you. Please put this in jail.
So is it you re-rolling again? Is this your third roll, Jed?
This is my third roll. This is after that.
Okay.
Okay, that is slightly better, I guess. 12.
I mean, it.
Don't. What's the
So-
bonus that you have to that?
Don't. That's
I'm
ridiculous.
having a Mel week apparently.
I haven't rolled yet. Shh.
They're young adult-ish, Ace and the Bees. They're a little bit homebrew.
Oh jeez.
So,
Teenage.
teenage.
Teenagers, yeah.
So as Ari and Kess and Sahar are trying to comms, Xandria, as you slump down, acknowledge that you've been carrying half plate on yourself through the desert, through tunnels, fighting creatures. Quite a hefty fight against a spider. It went on for several rounds, swinging the great axe. Even though it's light, it's still a weapon that you're still getting used to. You'll feel that physical drain, and you'll feel the magic of the amulet. Essentially, at this moment in time, feels like a crutch. You're not embracing its power. You're completely relying on it to stay conscious. However, you do have one of your episodes, and you do start to cough and choke and cough. You can still breathe, but you begin to hack, and that same black liquid coughs out onto the floor in front of you, more so than you'd like in this particular time. Give me a
Not as much as that time in the tavern though.
No,
in
not
the
when
inn.
not when you're near drowned. Give me a perception check.
Swear to God, if she turns into a demon.
Well, could possibly.
Give it
my
a few rounds,
perception-
none of us will be
Oh
human
god, my
anymore.
perception's +6, so that's
I was gonna say.
16 plus 6.
Your coma +4, you know what I mean? So 22. As you're having one of your episodes, you notice that the black substance has a rainbow-coloured oil to it. It's the first time you've ever noticed it.
Shit, that's what I thought. This is where I thought this was going.
I was just going to go over to her. The spirit guardian spectral corpses will sink back into the ground, and her face will shift back to its normal, what you know to be normal for her, and go over to Andrea. You all right?
Just exhausted. I'll be fine.
Points to the black goop. Is that normal?
Yes. Surprisingly, that is normal.
Concern.
Sahar gives you some herbs that he used to give you when you were young, and it just helps calm your moments. He has no idea if it still works. He just all he can do to help. And as you chew them, there's a sweetness to it, like a root, like a sweet root. I'll deal with. And then he walks away from you.
Ruby kind of like blinks and tears her gaze away from Ari to Xandria and is like, healing spells?
Oh, there's also a very large stone earth elemental turtle walking around, a tortoise even, walking around, just so you're aware.
Ruby's probably just been like, hello, as she walks past it.
Just purrs
She's
at you.
probably met him before.
Yeah.
She's probably summoned him before.
Oh yeah, like as soon as Xandria starts like hacking up metaphorical demon lung, like there is like a juvenile silver dragon like trying to like pick its way like over in the way that only a very large animal that thinks it is much smaller than it is
as Caspian smashes through the
I was gonna say, I feel like Ari and Cassian are just like trying to make their way over and just
So
being,
like
bumping
Ruby's done like a
wings.
double step to stay ahead of the Ari, just so that she could like be like between them and Xandria if she needs to try and
Xandria,
back
you've got Ruby, who's pretty close to you, but then you kind of got two large, one silver, one blue dragon heads. I will say the one thing you are all very aware of is that dragons in Colossus are earthly and gemstony. You know, they're usually a very obvious element or a stone. Kes being silver matches that sort of description, but Ari is blue, not gemstone. It's just like someone's painted the scales of a lizard blue. There doesn't seem to be a gemstone affinity to Ari's aesthetic.
So from on the floor, now seeing both Ari and Kes suddenly quite close, she kind of raises her head, still like sort of hands and knees, just raises her head, looks at the pair of them and just goes, what the fuck? Can you just be normal for 5 minutes?
As Xandria's
and that's
saying it,
more
like,
directed at Ari than it is
all the black around Xandria's face just like dripping down. Can you just spitting it out everything?
Just be normal.
I'll just give her a rag to wipe her face.
So as you clean yourself up, Xandria, you notice through the gap of this mass of two dragons in front of you and Ruby and Ozra that you can see Sahar is over by one of the tunnels that would lead in an easterly direction, and he's just peering down, and he steps forward out of sight and he comes back and he puts his hand on the stone wall and he's looking down at the floor and he's kind of not retching, but whatever he's seen has put him on edge, and he just puts his hands on the thing. And he's about, well, beyond the dragons, he's about 20 foot from the dragons, so about 50 foot from you.
Seeing that, Xandria will just yell, Sahar, you alright?
And he puts his hand to his mouth. No.
What have you seen?
He comes over. I don't know what that sound effect were on my stream. Gifted subs. Thank you, Super Sauce, you legend. So Sahar comes over and kind of pushes off the tail of Harry and gets Fionn and under the wing and just like steps into you three.
At this point, Ruby will be like, lads, I think you'll still be able to hear us and see us just fine if you step back about 5 feet. You're a bit bigger than we're used to.
There's hundreds of them. Hundreds and hundreds of darklings torn apart. Blood stains the floor and the walls. It's fresh. They didn't vanish with the light. It has been a massacre down there.
Alright. Other than you, what are their natural predators?
The light.
That is greatly concerning.
I would say that the nest we came to politely asked to move on is currently torn apart down that eastern tunnel.
Now the next question here is, do we go down and investigate what did this, or do we move on?
Absolutely not before I have done some healing.
I don't think I can leave this place, not knowing if there is still a threat to the tribe.
That was the answer I was expecting.
I don't think in this case the enemy of our enemy is our friend.
Sahar will translate everything Kesfion says.
Enemy. Charlie says.
I'm so very glad you can speak that, Zahar. Thank you. And you're right, Ruby. We do need to sort ourselves out before we go down. Also, I'm not entirely sure these two are going to fit down that tunnel.
You kind of see the
I
two
bet
of
they
them
will if
like
they decide
almost like,
to.
Squishes his wings in as close as he can.
The tortoise, as he nods across to the enormous, not quite as enormous as the two dragons, but the very large earth elemental, only lasts maybe an hour of time. Maybe this will wear off as well.
One can hope.
So, are you suggesting camp? He kind of looks around the place.
That's going to be our best option.
I have this staff, but I don't know how many times it will heal people, and I'm running out.
I can heal people as well, but if we want to take a rest, we need to make this place safe.
I can
Agreed.
help guard.
Mother's still in the blood dream.
That she is. And he reminds Andrea, your mother is still in the blood dream.
How long do those last normally?
I'm not a dream walker. Seren has been out for days before, and sometimes just minutes, and learnt more in the minutes than she did the days. It is an art form I'm unaware of. But I do know she can reach to us. Maybe if we stay stationary for a short time, Seren will reach out.
She said she needed a distraction.
Well, we've definitely done that, at least for now. And whatever is tearing the Darklings apart. But,
The tunnels are leaving the cavern. Other than the way we came in.
A very large one and 3 smaller ones. And when I say a large one, it's like 35 feet wide. So it'd get the dragons down, no problem.
Is that the ones that Sahar went down?
Sahar went down the larger one, yes.
Okay. Well, we could quickly investigate some of the other tunnels off of this chamber. Block them off if we need to, so that we can rest.
We can't have a good guard rotation and have anyone get any sleep without us being here for days to cover that many exits.
I've got something that can stay vigil for us.
Fucking clerics.
Else?
If we're stopping, I want to check on Mum.
Right.
Assuming that's translated.
Yeah.
Everything Ariorkes says, assume Sahar will translate for you.
Well, if we stay stationary long enough, then Mum will be able to.
Okay.
Get to us.
I'll go do far better at what I do than what I just did. Just hangs his head in shame.
It's okay, Zahar.
I only need a couple of hours, and I can achieve a rest that the humans do in a full night. So I will remain vigilant with whatever Ozra is offering, and give you yourselves a moment to pull yourselves together, so I can keep eyes on the smaller tunnels. The larger one, if something's coming down that tunnel the size of its corridor, it doesn't matter if I see it or not, we'll know about it. But I can give you.
It won't matter if we know about it or not, to be perfectly honest. At this point,
I can give you an hour to rest, and during that hour, make sure you tend your wounds, recharge whatever it is you recharge, and we'll try and reach out to your mother. And if Ozra could aid in any way Ozra is offering.
Of course. Are we stopping for an hour or longer? because what I've got can stay for 8 hours.
It's dangerous if we do, but maybe dangerous if we don't. I don't know how. Well, it's up to you. And just kind of gestures towards the 2 dragons, the druid, the summer breeze. Still.
I will be fine with a short rest. But
I don't think we can wait that long for a full day.
That's fine.
I can probably get some magic back, and to be honest, if all else fails, I can just hit things with a stick, so fine.
Always useful, Ruby. Always useful. Right, I'm going to go scout the other smaller, and Sahar potters off. You two try not to talk, as it says to Harry and Kess.
They'll kind of like, Ari will probably like hunker down at like the big tunnel to try and kind of guard it against anyone kind of coming in.
Okay, you can see down it quite well. It's about 40 feet long, maybe 50, and you can see in all its beautiful, gory detail. Sahar didn't do it justice. It's in a horrific scene where a lot of the same creature were obliterated.
Yeah, he won't share that with the group. He'll just kind of like keep an eye on it and just be like,
give me a perception check.
Interesting. Oh, okay. With the dragon's perception.
With the dragon's perception.
Why?
You got 300
That was the
rerolls.
one that rolled a nat 20 earlier.
You got 300 rerolls. You might as well.
Yes, we're using it. You cursed us, Jade. That's what it is. We have an 11 with a +9 perception, guys.
Hey.
Oh, jeez.
And that's with a reroll use.
What?
I'm not using it again.
What just happened there, Harry?
1
Right.
and a 2.
listen
Oh.
here, we have had weeks upon weeks upon weeks of really good dice rolls.
You have
This
been
is just the
through
week.
it.
This
So-
is just the week.
On your 11.
Okay, so my perception check is okay.
On your 11, you hear hissing from the other end of the tunnel.
Would Dragonari make any noise that would assist maybe anything else
Dragony.
amongst our party that can roll higher than a maybe 3?
Oh, a roll and a reroll. There's no one else doing a perception check.
His
just gonna
passive
go
perception's
stealth.
pretty high as a dragon as well. His passively bloody higher. In fact, his passive is 19, yeah.
The passive is 19.
Yeah.
Yeah, just ignore the roll. As you hunker down and begin to concentrate and just keep guard, your passive perception kicks in. Holy smoke.
I need to remember that for actual Ari as well, because his passive is 18.
Passive is more so I can narrate better. But yeah, the dragon senses, you're still new to this dragon form, and Ari's senses and the dragon senses clash, which is why it took a little while for the dragon to settle in. Beyond the horrific scene, you do hear the hissing of a serpent. It's not like that of the lizards that you saw in Ravenholm. It is definitely serpentine. Serpentine? It's a big snake. And you it is almost parcel tonguing it. Like, you can full on like hear a conversation almost with this hissing all around it. And there is a green glowing light at the end of the tunnel, end of the corridor, slightly off to the right, as if whatever's causing the glow is just out of sight. And you can hear heavy footsteps, armoured footsteps. None of it makes any target like it's there. It's just at the end of that 40-50 foot corridor. There's footsteps, a snake-like language being used, and a glowing green light. Sahar will periodically pop in to see if Ari and Kess need to tell anything to anyone, and then go back down these smaller tunnels. Osra, seeing as they're only having a short rest, are you popping out the big guns or saving it?
I'll save it.
Okay.
Gotta save them spell slots.
So during your hour, a few things happen. Xandria and Kesvion. It gets about 35-40 minutes in. You're a little bit agitated. You're still trying to get used to your dragon body. It's taking a little bit of time for Xandria to come, like to rebalance with the amulet of health around her neck, to give her that positive feeling wearing the amulet rather than using it as a crutch. And you kind of balance back out over the next half hour to 40 minutes. But what you do hear is whispers deep within your mind, at your core, as if you're having a conversation with your mother in a lovely, lovely spot on the desert dunes with some fruits and water. But you hear the soft voice of your mother. Don't fear, children. It won't be long now. The rivers of blood in this world, they are long and they wind, and I can see the mountains, just as crimson as the waters. I haven't seen the water crow yet, but I feel their presence. They are doing something. I'm lost, but I see a lion. And then it goes silent. Sapphire. As you... Hello. Explore the Beyond. He's raiding with a pie of 7. Oh, thank you for the raid. Thank you. Yeah. I did get a notification on the raid. I do apologise. Thank you for the raid. Explore the Beyond. I hope your stream was lovely. Screamy time. And the follows. Anyone else? Anyone else want to jump in before I carry on? Getting gravy time in the face. Right. Sapphire. You have stepped through the dream of Toodles, the Archfey of Autumn. You've got Solomon on your right, Owlbearer on your left. Owlbearer's greatsword comes out immediately. Solomon, the scarab shield, forms, scimitar out, and they just sort of land, but you haven't actually dropped from any height. You just have a bit of a when the wind and the autumn leaves dissipate. All around you for miles and miles. All around you for miles and miles is a almost turquoise grass reaching out across a red peach floor. It's kind of soft underfoot. In the distance you see large purple bushes and yellow gold flowers sprinkling all around them. You see these strange purple, almost pine cone shapes kind of stuck and laid on the ground. They are like 15 foot wide, maybe 10 feet off the ground, and there are crackles of static electricity all around these purple pine cones. In the distance, you see a large hand reaching out from beneath the ground. The fingers, easily each finger the same size as yourself, maybe bigger. You see the thumb piece. The palm is still beneath the turquoise ground, and the fingers just seem to move. And there's lightning just flickering between the fingertips, and it's clearly beneath this spongy turquoise and peachy ground. You hear the breaking of stone off in the distance, and it echoes. I can't do that sound effect. And as you look, you see Zerin, Summerbreeze, mother of Xandria, mother of Kesvion, partner to Solomon. They're not in their blues. They're in a green, long robe that matches the same colour of the green and white that Solomon wears. There is a magic flowing around them. You try to pick the colours, but they change every blink of your eye. And beneath their feet is an enormous, maybe 20 foot by 20 foot stone plate that they were stood upon, and it is broke beneath their feet. Zerin drops to a knee, stands back up, looks across, and is staring at you for a very long time, and then just checks out of it and starts walking towards you. Solomon just rushes straight past you, embraces Zerin, who looks extremely tired. They embrace, they hug it out, and they turn back. Zerin walks over to you, stood tall and proud, but you can see there is a lethargicness to her steps. Owlbearer stands, sword on shoulder, looking about the place. This land very different and very unknown to him. Sapphire, how did it go in Vey?
I think all of the news is negative.
Is your did you say father, your teacher, your mentor?
My sensei.
She just falls into Solomon's arms.
Dead. I don't know quite how many, but every person I saw was dead. We killed a few demons. Then a giant 20-foot demon broke out of the temple. It was rough and locked us there, blocked us from leaving through the trees. We had to make our own way.
Every point in your story, Zerin kind of just does a gentle look towards Solomon, and he nods to just confirm everything you were saying. You poor soul. Well, more bad news. I can't do this alone. And then turns and points towards the broken stone ritual circle. We need to we need to move. And then you hear this. You will not be moving anywhere. That is my blood dream, Zerin Summerbreeze. You will step into the realm of the Water Crow. I would prepare your friends for their death. As you all roll initiative, every single one of you.
Okay.
Now don't tell me your initiatives, I just want you to roll them first. As that happens, Ari and Kesfion, your time passes to about the hour. So whatever you were doing in your 1 hour short rest, do now, because you've achieved it, whether it be using hit dice, getting spell slots back, whatever your classes allow you to do in a short rest. Make a note of that. Yeah. Kesfion and Ari, when the dragon forms leave your beings, there is a warmth and a positive energy about you. And even though the dragon forms have dissipated, whatever life force they gave you that was a gift from the Tathrin, you are fully healed to whatever your maximum hit points are.
Okay.
You don't regain spell slots or anything if you've spent them, or special powers or anything, unless your
That's
short
fine.
rest states. But your actual hit points are returned to full. But you are no longer in dragon form. But please keep hold of those stats.
No worries. I had just spent all of that time rolling dice for healing over a short rest. But it's
Please, as well, everybody add 1 whole hit point to their
You treat
to
us
their
so
short
good.
rest.
Was this because of your bardicness?
Yes.
The broken... Sorry, Ruby.
Really, really sorry, but I do not know where to find what I get back over
D8.
a short.
D8.
Yeah, I don't
I'll
want
help.
hit points. I'm at full hit points. I want spells.
You don't get spells back as a druid.
As a druid, I don't think you get them until a long rest. So,
Yeah.
so you're pretty much as you are. I think it's like sorcerers and
Warlocks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do stuff. So you should be all right, Ruby. However, on your forearms, Ari and Kesfion, the broken glass effect of the scales that was left upon you by the Tathrin fades away.
Huh.
You are now left with a small, just on the forearm, like when some people get runed tattoos on their forearm, you have a draconic word that you both, only words you know in draconic, and it says thank you.
Oh.
You are no longer under the share damage, you are no longer under the share healing, but you are marked by Natatharin Sasha, which is something you should note.
I'll put that in my notes.
As that's happening in the dream realm, the hissing noise you hear, Ari, gets louder and louder, and as your form changes, a 50, 60, 70 foot serpent woof, rushes down the corridor. Its tongue snakes out and spreads into 3 or 4 different snake tongues, easily the length of yourself, and they wrap around you, and the snake wham whips back down the corridor, taking Aristotle Rycroft with them. As you all jump up, Sahar goes running across to the thingy, and you just see Sahar, Harry, as you're being pulled super fast down this tunnel. As it whips round, you kind of skid on the floor as it lets go of you, and the snake kind of reforms in its position, and you see an enormous stone serpent coiled up like a statue with two maybe 5 foot by 5 foot emerald green orbs for eyes just beaming at you. Sahar comes racing down and joins you at the end of this tunnel. You both kind of slip and slide on the massacre of the Darklings just all around you. You look out into a large room. This room has more of the floor uncovered with the sand and such. There are red and orange mosaic tiles on the floor. This huge statuette serpent in front of you. Golden walls down the left and on the far side. A broken wall down to your right as it kind of funnel shapes into this large room. There are 5 glowing orbs of arcane energy sparking like those static balls where you put your hand on them and they give off the static light. There is a 20 foot by 20 foot ritual circle in the middle of the room. So what we shall do, we're going to do the roll 20. I'm going to do the reveal of the maps, and then we're going to have a break. So, roll 20 battle map. It's released. So this is the Dream Realm. For those that are in the Dream Realm, let me put players on Dream Realm so you can see it. So your Dream Realm map should load up.
Oh, that looks pleasant.
Oh.
Right.
Oh,
Sapphire.
no.
This is you down here. This is the hand up here that you can see that was sticking out of the floor. Further up, I'll introduce you to Baldy and Skeleton Face later. But you see the purple pinecone shaped things. Yes? Right. Those where the Ari and Sapphire see. I'm going to make a wild assumption you run down to help your friend. If not, good luck, Ari.
Bye.
Those of you in the other thing, you will see a large snake with Ozra's spirit guardians. Can you turn that off, Sean, please? I don't know how you turn the thing.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, you see. Hopefully it's changed for you all. You should now see another map where the floor is red and orange and there's flowers and glowing orbs. I'll introduce you to the horned helmet man later.
I don't think I want you to, if I'm honest.
No, he can stay out.
So when we come back after the break, which we're just about to have, because I really need a toilet and I really want to get a drink because I got cotton mouth here. Well, I'm so excited. So, you will be fighting across 2 maps. Currently, your party is split, and we'll crack off those initiatives when we come back.
Yep.
So yes, right. Let me jump back to here. Right, folks. Hopefully, you've seen this. Both of these maps were lovingly and artistically made by myself using Incarnate. Go check out Incarnate. They don't sponsor us anything, but I use them from time to time. They're a very good piece of software for making battle maps, countries, etc. Just go check them out. They're really cool. But yeah, we shall be back in 5 minutes. Don't go away, and if you do, go get your mates. Right, real break.
What's the worst that could happen?
By the way, those folks that are watching this little video during the break, GSCon, beginning of August, it's in Manchester. I'll be running a one-shot there, 8 to 10 people. You've got to sign up for it, get your tickets there. It's a charity. They're raising money for a charity that helps helps those with mental health through gaming. Matt is very, very passionate about this, so much so that every time I've talked to him about it, I just want it to happen now, and I want to do as much as I can for it. If you guys turn up, they make more money, the charity benefits from it, all is well in the world. Or at least the best we can make it. So there's lots of stuff going on there. Check out the website. I'll be doing a one-shot. It's in a seminar room. You get to watch those if you didn't sign up for it, if you want to learn about D&D, or just, we've already been asked if people can bring their nippers along and speak to me about it. I'll put on a daft face and make some funny voices, and we'll do some stuff. If you do want to get a tip. Alright folks, welcome back, part 2. Just before the break, we showed the maps, so I'm going to go over at roll 20. Boom, this is the first map. This is some sort of summer temple buried beneath the sands, the sand dunes. Most of the party are in here. There is also a second map that is a dream realm, where Sapphire and a couple of the NPCs are, which is here now on your screen, hopefully. The party are split across realms now. They've all rolled initiative. I took their initiatives during the break to speed things up so we could get on with this after my recap. Right, I'm going to change the magic, so the music, so it's a bit more. Hopefully this. So, I don't believe that for a second. So, you are pretty much where you are in the maps as you've come down to help one another. You will need to remind me if you can't see the map change, because I've got to change it on Roll20 what the players can see. So, you are all in this corner. Yep. And Ozra. Put Xandria up there. You are over here. And Ari and Sahar, you were brought round. If you can't control your tokens, let me know. So, Ari, you see this, what you can imagine would have been a beautiful representation of summer and somewhere that, like a sacred place, that people could come and worship or pay tribute to. But there is this massive stone serpent that definitely was alive, or at least moving at speed, a moment ago. Your senses kick in, you'll feel that adrenaline rush. You are now all in combat. You don't have your dragon Murray to Kesfion anymore. You've still got your mark. You're not a dragon. You are Ari, the swashbuckling rogue, the House of Eagles from the Ivory Wall. And you, with a 25 of initiative, are going to kick this ridiculous fight off. No, if you remember when it came back round, it spat and you kind of tumbled across the floor into the blood and stuff when Sahar came. So you're a bit sticky, but you're up. There should be a grid there to help you, because you lot preferred the grid. Your rapier hits it, a little chink of stone flies off it as it feels very much like a statue. However, the right hand green eye glows. Give me an intelligence check. I'm an 13. The way it reacted to you was very disciplined and strict, almost like a trap. Not the natural movement of a creature, especially one that is serpentine. It came at you like, imagine you painted a rope to look like a snake. It had that feel to it, that it snapped out, almost lassoed you and dragged you back into this area, but then reformed itself in this stone-like manner. Thinking back, your heavy weight on some of the mosaic tiles at the start of the tunnel, far heavier than Sahar, maybe you set it off. So Ari is fully aware now that he's just hit a snake statue. So I've tried to make the grid a little bit opaque so the map still looks pretty, but it still should snap to squares if you need to. Oh, yeah, so you can still measure. And then if you use your arrow keys, it'll actually step into each square, if it makes it easy for you. You can control all the tokens. So, what are you doing, Ari? 2, 10. You can move diagonally, so you can go, that'll be 5, 10, you could get to there. So that's only 15 feet, 5, 10, 15. If you need help with movement, just let me do it and it'll be easier. Give me a perception check as you get here. 17. A few things you notice. These glowing orbs here. Yeah, about 5 feet by 5 feet spheres. Right, so they're not flat discs, they're spheres. Spheres with a th. This one is making its way to this little circle here, like it's trying to plant itself over it. See the 5 circles on the ritual circle? This one here, yeah, is trying to basically settle itself. It's like if a basketball just rolls on the ring, or if a pool ball like ricochets and just hovers over the teeters over the pocket. Ah, what a fucking whammer!
They can't hear.
Yeah, that's my fault. That's my fault. Right, so you heard what I had to say. Basically, what Harry said is, "I'm going to stab the snake. Tell everyone it's a trap. Run down here. Look at the orb." Right? Oh, my bad. We were so close. So yes, Harry. So what you see that happen, and you see all the books on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Do you speak Abyssal, Infernal, or any of those lovely languages?
Do I? I don't know. Let me have a look. Where the hell are my
You
languages
don't
on this
speak
stupid thing?
Infernal.
No, I don't. I speak Elvish and Sylvan and Common and some Draconic,
Quite the
apparently.
opposite of Infernal
Yeah.
and Abyssal. I speak Elven and Sylvan.
Yep.
Right, so that's your turn. So, Harry, after yourself, it's Kesvion. Kesvion. You see Harry run over, smash the snake, shout back, don't worry about it, it's just a statue, but the right eye is glowing.
Right eye is glowing, so he will be like, fuck no, not playing with the snake, it's very big, don't want to fight a statue. 5... 10... Oh, no, Jesus, wait, sorry, excuse me. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Move down to here, and I will move you back. Ruby,
by the
Saws,
way,
pal.
sorry.
Yeah.
As you were there, Kesvion and Harry, you see over here, maybe 10 feet tall, in plate armour, the dirty iron plate armour with the ashen paste skin, got a full plate helm on horns. You see one of the Order of the Pale.
Oh no.
They're just holding a spear and they stare across at your way. You can't see the eyes because the way the helmet is shaped. Sorry, carry on, Cass.
And at this point, actually, what I am going to do is I'm not going to use my action. I'm going to fight with this. I can't get to the note. I'm going to use my bonus action to activate my lovely special new gifts that I got.
Oh, yeah!
The Ashen Dusk and the Ashen Dawn. And I'm just desperately trying to scroll back to get the actual write-up for that, but I keep pulling up a picture of a worm on a string. It's kind of how I'm feeling right now.
So, go on.
Oh no.
So yeah, so bonus action can activate. The right will do 1d6. Radiant, the left does 1d6 necrotic, and it lasts for 5 rounds.
Cool. So, you pull forth these beautiful ashen wooden scimitars, activate them. You get that green mist radiate around one, a bright divine light radiate around the other. Do you have anything left from here? Or is that your turn, Kess?
In fact,
Ooh.
I can use my action to move double the distance, can't I?
You can use it to dash, so you get your movement again.
Yeah.
Yes.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He'll move up to here. So not quite full movement, but
Okay.
just to get a better idea of what the heck's going on with this big.
Your hair, it, almost like rubbing a balloon and moving it away, your hair kind of comes up a little bit, reaching out to that blue orb just 2 squares from you. Not aggressively, you can just feel that little light pull on the tips. On the tips. Zandria.
Oh Lord, it is Alexandria. Where is the ruler? There is the ruler. The ruler will allow me to go not very fucking far. Good enough. Is that right? Did I miss one? I think I missed a step. I missed a step. Bloody things. Done.
AD apparently are a little bit quiet now compared to the players and the music.
Ah, come on.
Move your microphone to
Right,
your
mic is
voice
in the
box.
face. Let me, I'll turn it up. How's that now? There we go. Sod it. Right, it's on max now. You should be able to hear me dwarf for you. Right, cool. So, Xandria, you rush in there. Do you Eldritch Blast?
No, I don't know what that is. It's not moving as it currently looks.
Okay. Sapphire, as we move across to Dream World. As you are in here, Zerin was talking to you. Solomon was next to Zerin. You kind of look around and you hear that voice.
I can't see Dreamworld.
You
Yeah,
can't see
definitely
Dream World?
switch on.
Yeah, I need to switch as well. Yeah, cool. Yeah, you're going to have to keep reminding me of that. There'll be no more two map fights.
And I can't control my character.
Yeah, professional.
Sorry.
It's alright, you keep telling me. Boom, you should be able to control
Thank
now.
you. Just a quick question as well. Did we get a short rest outside?
Nope.
I didn't think so. Cool. Because I know.
No, but you got
You got
It was
magic
healed, yeah.
key.
I'm more concerned about my Kai points. Yeah, I've got HP back.
You got your HP back. You could have chose to stay with Jezerit for a little
you're
bit.
right. You're right, we did not. Okay, cool. I don't know what's going on here.
You hear the
I'm
voice.
scared.
You do see a figure, the baldy figure, towards the top of the map. You can't make them out in great detail, but you do now notice this enormous skull here. It is giant. Like, it's a gargantuan skull, and there are 4 large canine fangs, exactly as you see that skull on the map. Give me a history check.
What's history? Oh, that's intelligence based. That is a 10.
A 10?
10.
The teeth look familiar. You don't know why.
Oh no. Okay. Okay. Oh.
Go on, monk speed. Leave your party.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go. I think. Yeah, I'll use my regular speed. Won't do anything special. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna move up closer to the skull. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll go to there. I'll stop there, and just see if I can. Is it moving? Is it doing anything? I know the hand was moving a bit. Oh no, the energy was moving.
What are you looking at?
The skull, particularly.
The skull is kind of as if you've got a bit of a stiff neck and you're trying to move your neck a little bit as it's. Imagine someone's buried you in a lot of sand and you can move your head a little bit.
Okay. Yep. This is quite potentially the ritual I heard about. That makes sense. Yeah, I don't know if he'd even noticed Baldy.
You can definitely see Baldy, and they are not a statue. They are moving around, and their hands are kind of up at their sides, and there is a purple energy in their hands. They are a definite presence, but what you wish to do with that presence is up to you.
I am going to throw a kunai at them.
Oh.
Because he's terrified that this is that ritual. 19 to hit.
19 hits.
It's okay. It's only like a D4 plus D4 plus 5. Max damage 9.
Reduced to 4.
Oh no!
Oh, no.
Yeah, I didn't want to hear that.
So the kunai across the 40-foot gap between you sticks into Baldy, and then just falls onto the floor, and they just like dust off their chest. Their eyes turn to you, and you can see red orbs. No pupils, no irises, just red orbs and veins of purple energy across the bald head.
Oh, no.
What can you see from here? Their robes remind you of the attire that Zerin, Solomon, Sahar, Xandria and Kesvion have kind of got, that desert garb. But they're of greys and silvers and blacks rather than the colourful summer colours that the rest of them have.
Okay.
Is that your turn?
Yeah. No, bonus action. I'm going to rage. I would like to rage.
You would like to rage? Have a little ragey token on you? Is there a little meathead man? I've seen a meathead man somewhere. We can have that. There you go. You're raging.
The meat man.
The meat man.
Oh yeah,
we had
that
enough
makes
of the
sense.
meat men the first time round. We want evil versions back.
So, is that your turn then, yeah?
Yeah, that'll be me.
It's now Pale Paladin's turn. So we go back, move the players over, select the map. Job done. I can do this. So,
Got this.
You got this.
got this.
You'll be fine.
So, the big one. Ha ha ha. 15, 20, 25, 30. Moves to there.
I just imagine this big diagrams just under his bed.
just tiptoeing. You motherfucker.
Stumbling forward.
Muttley on
happily march
steroids.
himself.
Trips on some stones.
I know you. Points at Kesvion. And a blue-white lightning arc appears in their hand and shoots out at you. Can you give me a dexterity saving throw, please? There's a line of lightning.
I can indeed.
Shoots out towards you.
I'm definitely trying to. That is 22.
Cool. You kind of like shift to the side, and the brunt of the lightning bolt just arcs past you. But you feel that burn just on the back of your calves and ass cheeks as the lightning comes flying past. Oh, that is terrible. Take a little... Oh, no. That's a lie. 10. 7. 17. Half. You take 8 points of lightning damage. I know they said you take 17 points of damage. I was like, Jesus. I'm 4d6. So yeah, you take...
Sorry, one sec. Just getting...
You take 8 points of lightning damage as it arcs past. And then they stamp their spear on the ground, and this green orb here, lightning arcs out from it and it hits this demonic paladin, and it just stares at you. Ruby, 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 Ruby!
This is revenge thing the old I don't have Dispel Magic prepared.
What a shame, Ruby. What a shame.
This is how we deal with giant magic orcs. Right, with bonus action, I'm going to cast Shillelagh.
Shillelagh!
Crook down on the ground, and the green vines of energy like grow up it.
Nice, nice.
What are we going to do? No, that's range of self. That's no use to anyone. No use. Nobody's dead yet. Could try that.
Yet.
Nice touch. Right, alright, who's within 30 feet of me?
Ozra and Sahar. You could probably get to...
Because we know we want it to happen.
Xandria is exactly 30 feet.
Hold on, how do I draw the little line as to how far I can move? It's that one, isn't it? So I can move 30. Yeah, so I'm going to use my movement. If I can work out how to use this.
You have to go back to the top. There you go.
Ish.
And who are you casting it on?
Should. Cass.
Cool. So Cass is what? Hasted?
Cass is hasted.
Skadoosh.
Okay.
Do you want me to read out all your shiny things?
It's cool. What I'll do is I'll look up the spell and I'll keep it up.
Is that your turn, Ruby? Bonus action, movement action, yeah?
Yes.
Nice. It's now lair actions. can Ozra and Sahar, as the second eye on the snake begins to glow, and a breath of green smoke just pours from its mouth into that area. So I'll do Sahar's. A Constitution saving throw. Hey, he survived.
That's very cold. Dirty 20.
Ooh. Both you and Sahar, as this smoke kind of clings to your skin and tries to seep through the pores, you kind of cover your mouth and your nose, you're bringing up bits of cloth around your garb and stuff. Sahar is pulling over his desert shamags across his face. You do not lose any strength from this breath as you completely shrug it off. It is now your turn. Oh, actually, and in Dreamworld... In Dreamworld, the lair action will only... Them three are fine. Where are you?
It's okay, you can forget the lair action of the Dreamworlds. Oh, good.
Can you give me a Constitution saving throw, please? As a red mist just starts pouring from the 4 fangs, like in 4 tendrils, and becomes 1 tendril as it reaches out to you. And they go off in all directions, like 20 feet from it, in like a radius all around it. But only you.
That's a 13.
13?
How many rerolls do we still have?
5. Please use one.
Oh, can I use one of those?
You can?
Yes, please.
Oh, that's better. That's a lot better. That's, 25.
Cool.
That's a hell of a lot better. That was a 19.
Nice. So, let me get my dice. I'm going to use my Bloodstone dice.
Oh, these ones.
7. Yeah. 7.
Sapphire uses them when he rages.
7 down to 3. So you take 3 points of necrotic damage as you feel your life force being drained from you. You swear you hear a from the giant skull. So now it's now Ozra's turn. Back over to Summer Temple. Go. I hope people that are just jumping into the stream now are like, what are they doing?
What is this?
Let me select the thing. I'm gonna move over here.
Boom.
How far away am I from Mr. Man?
Mr. Man.
Mr.
35
Mayhem.
feet.
Cool. She's going to... Ah, damn it, I'm not close enough. She'll start off with Sacred Flame then. Can it make a dex save?
I'll give it a go.
I mean, hopefully it can.
Ooh. 19 total.
Ooh, it does nothing then.
Because it's a
That's why I
cantrip.
Shrug it off, yeah.
So the Sacred Flame appears and takes hold on the armour and just kind of sits there burning and doing nothing, not even a scratch on the armour, and just fizzles out.
Rude.
Anything else?
Just double check I can't do any bonus actions. Spiritual weapon as her bonus action.
Hell yeah.
Spiritual weapon? What's your spiritual weapon look like? Is it the scythe with the vulture feathers?
It sure is, like, wreathed in smoke. Yeah, it's gonna go up on the other side of him. So I think I can cast it that far away. Yeah, I can.
There you go. That is your...
Thank you. So, let's see if this hits. Oh, can I take a reroll? Because that's a 3.
Yep.
I'm keeping note.
That's a 5.
Jesus wept, guys.
Another one.
Should we say that doesn't hit, and we'll keep some more rerolls?
Your spiritual weapon slapped the scythe, ching, ching, off the armour. The creature, the demonic paladin, does not even move.
Oh, man.
It's now baldy.
Yeah, she'll look at it and say, oh, you're interesting.
The baldy man's turn. Woo! How far away are you? I told you. It would be your deaths. Looks across at, whatever his name is. Sapphire.
Okay.
Do I kill you now, or...
He very calmly replies, later would be fine.
Just points at you. A little bolt of fire just slashes through the air across to you. Just does firebolt to you.
Oh.
A classic.
17 total. 1-7.
To hit?
To hit, yes.
Just 17 is my AC. Isn't that
Woo!
just
Where are my d10s? Oh, I'm loving using them. Nice! It's been so long. I love you. I've got loads of d10s, but I'm just going through them all because I like feeling. You take, oh shit, 18 points of fire damage from a firebolt.
18, so I can't half that because of fire damage. Okay, cool.
Yeah, you probably don't want to be fighting the wizard.
No, no, this ain't my job.
Watercrow will now move to here. And the lightning will spark, and the lightning, like the veins of electrical energy that you see on the scalp of Watercrow, flash and meet with the lightning around the giant skull. And you see their glowing red eyes just almost like Cyclops style. Come, Zarin. Bring your dream guardians to their death. It's now Owlbearer's turn.
One Owlbearer.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 25. 20 even. Looks at you, Sapphire, and signals together. Gets to there. And let me just check my little Owlbearer stats. We'll reach out towards you, Sapphire.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only sound you've ever heard from Owlbearer, but there is a whisper of wind that goes from one ear round to the other. And you look towards Owlbearer and you can see his mouth moving. And you are healed. 8 points.
8 points, thank
Yeah.
you.
Everyone thinks Owlbearer's just a...
Yeah,
Owlbearer's badass.
Just a fighty.
I love him.
But that will be Owlbearer's turn. But it is now Mother Summerbreeze's turn. Zarin.
Eldritch Blast.
Level
5.
Shows Andrea where you go.
We'll move up behind Sapphire. You will not take my children. And she stares across at Watercrow. Blood starts to pour from her eyes. And agony wraps around Watercrow. And he fails that save. However, he will save it with a legendary resistance.
Oh.
The blood dries up, and as Zarin wipes her eyes clean, the blood is gone, Sapphire. As you see blood just pour from her eyes, then this almost sanguine mist wraps around Watercrow, and he just shakes it off. More. Solomon. I'll oblige. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Come on, Solomon.
Up by Owlbearer. Punches Owlbearer in the shoulder. Hope this works. And just flicks his wrist. And almost clicks his finger towards Watercrow. And a little beam of energy actually hits him. Get in. Well done, Solomon. Well done. And does 7 points of force damage. Which the creature, Watercrow, resists. Well, it did something. Shouts back, Sahar, come on, you old bastard. Sahar is nowhere to be seen because he's with you lot. Just hear a voice break through the realms, and you see Sahar react. And Zandria, you hear the voice of your father shout, "Come on, Sahar, you old bastard!" Sahar, 5, 20, 25, 30. Will sprint to there and then launch his bone spear at the creature. With a natural 20, Sahar.
Hey.
Welcome back, Sahar. Welcome back.
He's back. Oh my goodness.
Fucking hell, 18,
Not
15.
dead weight after all.
30 points of damage done by Sahar.
Nice.
Nice.
Half to 15. As the bone spear goes straight through the creature, almost phase-like, sticks in the ground behind him. And Sahar, as his bonus action, will put his hand on the floor, and as he brings his hand back up, the spear on the earth on the other side goes into the earth and comes out of the earth back in Sahar's hand.
Nice.
Just looks at Harry. It's not an elemental, but it comes when I call. Second round. As the second round kicks in, Xandria, you hear the voice of your father, Vader, and you see just in front of the snake, similar to when you went to the realm of the Fae, the Copper Forest, you can see the material realm start to part, and you can see through like someone's burnt it, and there's loads of holes appearing in the material realm. You can see the dream realm beyond. You can see your mother. You can see your father fighting. You see Sapphire fighting. You see Owlbearer. You don't really glimpse who they're fighting. You just kind of focus on them. Solomon sees yourself, runs, just looks at Zeren and runs towards you lot. Slashes through where the weakness of the realm is and lands around here. Quickly! Help your mother! I'll stay here! Now, you all get a free action. And the free action is to determine where you're going to spend the rest of the fight. Whether you spend it in the dream realm, or whether you spend it in the material realm. So, I'll go down in initiative order. Ari, where are you staying? Material realm or dream realm?
Material realm.
So you'll stay where you are. Kesfion, material or dream?
Dream.
Right, so I'm just going to put you in the places. Don't worry, I'll change the map soon. Xandria, dream or material?
Dream.
Sorry, folks, I'm just going to be as quick as I can with this. Sapphire, you staying here or you jump into material?
Material. I'm not helpful yet.
Sapphire, the demon's probably going to stay there. Ruby, material or dream?
Dream.
Dun 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 dun. Who am I? Sapphire. Ozra, dream or material?
Material.
You're already there. Solomon's going to go through. Solomon goes through. So Ari, Sapphire, Solomon, Owlbearer is going to be here as well. So, right, let's see if we've got this right. So, Kesfion's gone off. Sahar is Dream. Sahar will jump through into the Dream realm. I think he was the last one that I needed to do. My apologies. This was a bright idea. Right, so let's jump back to there. So we're going to look on here. Right, so Sapphire, your material, Solomon's material, Alwa's material, Ruby's Dream. So you can go down here. Ruby's Dream, Xandria's Dream. You can go down here. Ari, Sahar's Dream as well, yeah, there we go. So that should be 5 of you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. Go over to Dream Realm. So sorry guys, thanks for being patient. Sapphire's gone. Owlbearer's you're there. Oh. Right, let's just
What happens when you have 2 maps and 10 characters?
Right, so you are going to land like that. You're going to land exactly where you are. Right, that should be all cushy. As you all rush backwards and forwards, you see your mother and you run through. Sahar runs through with you. Solomon comes diving in. As you pass glances, look after your mother. And he just jumps down, runs in with Scarab Shield and stuff, runs up to where, near Ozra. Owlbearer comes rushing in, locks eyes with Ozra. a slight smile appears across his face, and Ozra, you see the look he gives you every time you're together. Sapphire, you jump through, you feel more comfortable. The ground beneath your feet, not that squishy, peachy feeling back in the dream realm. The ground beneath your feet, you immediately take a stance and feel the seasons run through you and your ki kind of focus itself. Ari, you see Owlbearer, Solomon, and Sapphire, who you've not seen for a while. Round 2, guys. Let's go. Ari, you're up. The portals, the tear in the material realm, as they burnt into existence, kind of burnt away, and you no longer see the dream realm. You are completely split from the other 5.
I hope they stay safe and just moves towards this massive paladin pale boy over here, because we are going to attempt to give him a smack with a rapier. That is 26 to hit.
Oh, yeah. I had to check then.
Cool. We are 1-on-1. You ready for the dice avalanche?
Oh,
that's a good avalanche.
Every time. 6, 10, 60. 22 points of magical piercing.
22?
Yes.
They half that, they resist it. Oh, what have I just done? Don't. Ah, you absolute penis.
Even with it being magical. How very rude.
Yes.
Don't think he cares.
I know.
Ah, fuck it. I can't remember what you're on now, but.
Okay, that was all
God
my
damn, roll
movement.
20.
So
Was that all your movement?
was all my movement.
All your
so
movement. You've attacked. You've got a bonus action.
Still have a bonus action. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm trying to decide is what do you do with my bonus action. So I'm like,
I mean, you're a rogue, so you can still use
I know, right?
movement as a bonus.
Just checking that I hadn't already used it. That was all. I was just like, yeah, we're gonna bonus action. Get the heck out.
Do you run or do you misty?
No, I run.
Okay. So you've.
It's gonna be. Okay, we're basically gonna go back to kind of where we were, which was over here.
So. Ah, yeah, because you dashed. You didn't disengage. I understand. Cool. Lovely jubbly. So that's Ari's turn. Ari, you run in. Your rapier. When you're in proximity of this creature, there is fear constantly assailing you. Not enough to grip your mind, but there is just an aura of fear about this creature. Not enough to put you off, but you are aware of it. Kesfion, over in Dreamland.
I would love to see the map, please.
I'm working on it.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't sure if that was
No, it's all right.
To
so,
say something.
You land. Everything's a bit quick for you because you are still hasted. Well done, Ruby, because if you hadn't gone with Kesfion, haste would have broke. So, you look around. You see your mother across the way. Her robes matching the same green as your father, who's just run past you and leapt into the material realm. You see your sister to your right, your druidic friend Ruby to the left, and you see Sahar ready with bone spear. You see to the north a creature dressed similar to yourselves and the tribe, those that wander the deserts, greys and silvers and blacks. Purple energy around the fingertips and around the scalp. Currently the blue-purple lightning arc coming from this giant fanged skull is also charging this bald-headed lunatic.
Cool.
What do you do?
Well, he's exactly 40 foot away.
Cool.
So it's been a while since we have been a blender. So we've clearly got time to make up for. So just to confirm, the extra action would count as...
If on your attack action you can attack twice, then you get to attack twice.
Cool. That's what I just wanted to confirm.
Yeah. That's how I play it anyway. If it's
Cool.
if it's written differently, whoop-de-doo, we're playing it that way. I can check another time.
Okay, Coke. So I'm just gonna start wailing on him, basically.
Cool.
So to start off, first is a I need to get quicker at math, I'm sorry. Plus 8.
Find out what it is and we can try and help.
22 to hit.
Cool. As you do that, a shield comes up. A blue arcane shield with purple electricity running through the shield. And you still hit, but the shield remains.
Do you want me to roll damage on that?
Yes, for that one.
Cool. So that is 10 slashing, and so that will be left. So left is dominant, so that'll be that one. So that is 8 slashing, 3 radiant.
So the radiant takes all of.
I
will need your damage types throughout both fights, kids, just so you know. Yeah.
I have 2 different
that's
colored
cool.
D6s, so I can try and remember which is in which hand.
That's a very good idea.
Your second strike?
Yup. Oh, something that I always forget to use. Does he count as undead?
This creature is not undead.
No, that's okay. I won't get favored enemy then.
Yeah.
Just because I realised reading through my stuff, I could have been using favored enemy.
Yes, you could. All the Darklings were definitely undead. This Water Crow Fae does not. It doesn't set off those senses.
Nope, no worries. I just figured I would check. That is a nat 20, but I have a funny feeling I'm not going to like rolling more dice with this damage for this guy.
We'll find out, won't we?
Yeah.
So you hit. You definitely hit. It goes through the arcane shield that Watercrow has put up. So do your sword damage first.
In slashing, that is 14.
Reduced to 7.
And that would be. So is it double the dice on that as well?
Double the dice you roll.
Okay, cool. So that will be 6 of necrotic.
6 necrotic?
Yes. Nice.
Oh.
Nice.
As your blade slashes through the arcade shield and makes contact, you can see that it doesn't do as much damage, but the magic of necrotic energy bursts from the wooden scimitar and kind of ricochets off Watercrow next to him, and a creature, horned, fanged teeth, you definitely know it's undead, and wings just sprouts this small undead gargoyle.
Not afraid. Not vibing. Just gonna keep hitting them because
Cool.
I can.
So this is your hasted action, yeah?
This is my hasted action. So that will be that is 21 to hit.
21? Just hits, yeah.
Just hits. So this will be back on dominant hand.
So this is radiant, yeah?
Yep. So that is 9 of slashing, and we are looking at 4 of radiant.
Yep.
And that is 18 plus 8.
To hit, 26, yep, that hits.
And I'm gonna fling a superiority dice in as well, just because it's been a minute. Just need to remember what we can do. So in slashing, that is going to be... That'll be 12 slashing. Put him in the bin. And necrotic, we are looking at 4.
4?
4. Love it.
Same again. The necrotic energy hits him and just ricochets off. And where it hits the ground, these little undead gargoyles appear. Is that your go?
Yeah, I'm gonna stay up in his business.
Cool. There's just a chuckle. He. And then Zandria. Oh, we get to stay on this map.
Okay, so I'm gonna go. How far can I get? I'll get to here. I'm gonna get to here, and then I am just going to wail on this guy.
Cool.
Let me just close my spells, because I was having a little bit of a think, and nothing really applies.
Would you be flanking and get advantage?
Yep.
Indeed. Let me just... what is that? I can't see. Is that an 8? That is an 8. So that is 18 plus 6.
24. You hit.
Yep. Math.
Yeah.
That one. And the D8. So that is 13 points of slashing and 5 points of fire.
Your first strike. Just poof, and it dusts in front of you as you slam through it with your great axe.
Okay. And then I will take out the other one as well.
Cool.
That one, does that count as flanking still? It's not.
No.
Yeah,
No. You have to be
fine.
opposite, straight line opposite.
That's fine. That is 17 plus 6.
Hits.
23.
Hits. Great axe smash. Damage.
Damage. Ooh, that is. I need to be on the right sheet again. 14 points of slashing and 8 points of fire.
Jesus. Your second strike, you just run up, slash, fire erupts from your great axe. Is that your turn?
And that is me.
Sapphire.
Okay.
Stone floor beneath your feet. It's very different to where you've just been.
So Sapphire quickly takes stock of what is going on, doesn't quite get it, but sees Ritual Circle and is scared, sees Big Thing and just grin. This doesn't look like a... Oh, I might be able to get it in one go. Yeah! Monk speed to get there and avoid the damn Ritual Circle because he's learned not to go through those.
Okay.
And then just gonna wail on it. Just gonna wail on this big one. So that's 2 Nuganatas and at least 1 punch.
Cool. It's definitely demonic.
Oh, good. That is good. 15 plus 10, so that's 25.
Ooh.
And 27.
They
The
both,
Naganatas.
your Naganatas both land on this demonic paladin.
These 2 and these 2. Okie dokie. So that is 15 plus 16. So that's 30 points of regular damage, like slashing damage.
Half.
And 3 points of I can't remember what it comes out as, force damage against the fiends.
I think it's force.
Yeah. So 3 points of that. And then I'm gonna bop it on the nose with my heel. And go for an unarmed strike. Which is a dirty 20.
Your dirty 20 misses.
Okay.
So as you slash in with your Naginata, Iron Rebuke flares arcane energy across the blade. You slash, cutting through the metal armor. Again, with that phase-like attack that it seems to absorb the hit as it's coming into it. And then you spin and throw out an unarmed strike. And you just hit the armor. Dong.
Quick look over at the others, goes, oh shit, this one's really strong, guys.
Is that your turn?
Yeah.
It's now my turn. Puts one hand in the air brings the spear up and slams down onto you. 28.
Yeah, just about hits.
My turn. And we'll cast Hellish Smite into its strike.
Oh no.
Demon Paladin's Mother Kipper. The spear.
Hellish Smite.
And you are not of celestial nature, are you?
No.
So you take... where's my... wrong one.
Sapphire is many things, but Celestial he is not.
You take 8 points of slashing damage as the spear slices into your fur. And you take 11...
Half that down to 4.
And you take 16 points of fire damage.
Don't get to half that. Okie dokie. Oof.
That's their action.
Oh no.
Well, that's their first swing. 2 seconds. Where are you, you little bastard? Oh, should have done that last time.
No, it's okay.
Okay. No, I should have read that first. We'll just hit you again. But next round.
Okay.
Ooh. 16.
Misses!
Second strike comes down and you just, reeling from the Hellish Smite, you just kind of deflect it with Iron Rebuke and there's a clash of weaponry where neither one likes the presence of the other.
Oh.
Ruby, you're in Dreamland. Let's move that over. Let me know if you can see it.
Pretty sure this is an action for me. Ruby is going to start moving this way.
Okay.
And as she's moving, probably as she passes our 2 friends here. So when she's about, hold on, I need to switch that back to me. When she's about here, there is a whoomp of air and that sharp smell of ozone as 2 wings burst out of her back and settle back into that angry swan posture. And her eyes start to glow blue and green at the same time and the hair starts rippling and we go full Radiant Soul.
Woo! Angel in the house.
You made the druid angry.
My 30-foot movement puts me, I think, about there.
You see all the red and white stonework around these purple pulsing pine cones. That is blood puddles, and you can see skulls kind of just reaching out and crying in agony through them silently. I don't know if I can zoom in that far. Yeah, you can see him a little bit. So, is that your turn?
That's an action and movement. Unless is that a bonus action? No, there's nothing else I can really do without dropping haste at the moment, and I want to see the smoothie setting.
Okay. Ozra, you are material realm, so let's jump back to material realm. Let's move the player banner. Loving this idea, let's go.
She locks eyes with Owlbearer as he just turns up on this plane, like absolutely stunned to see him, and says, "Gods, I'm glad you're here," and moves across to about there to try and break up this cluster a bit.
Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no.
As this ball of arcane energy whips out at you.
Oh, I didn't realise it was doing that. 21?
Oh, you're fine. No damage whatsoever.
Cool. First of all, she will bonus action spiritual weapon at this guy.
Okay.
Maths. 24 to hit.
24 hits. As your vulture-feathered scythe slashes into it.
That's 7 points of force damage.
Of force?
Yes.
It doesn't seem to resist the force damage.
Good to know, good to know. And then she will hold the holy symbol around her neck and hold out a hand towards the creature. Her eyes turn pitch black, and she will try casting a spell on him.
Okay.
Can he make... What level is this? Damn it. Where'd you go? Can it make a con save?
It can.
I feel like he might have a little bit of con.
Rolled low, got a 20.
Oh, damn.
You did notice as your spell assailed the creature, it was quite resistant to it in an advantageous way.
Okie dokie. So she'll try throwing a spell out at it, and...
Does it do anything on a save?
No, it doesn't. I don't think it does in any case. Let me just double check. No, I don't think it does anything.
A little try.
Okay.
Yeah, so it just sort of shrugs off this spell as dark energy sort of surrounds its head.
You see its helmet completely disappear, and then the dark energy fades like a child blowing smoke away. Just stares at you, and then back at Sapphire, then back at you. Is that your turn?
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Cool. Back to Dreamworld. It's now Watercrow's turn. Here come the children of Summer Breeze. Let us see if you are as weak as your parents. Reaches his hands into the air, and what at first looks like an orb of fire energy form becomes almost like a blood marble, and it starts to build and build and build, and then detonates around this area. And can all of you, I'll do Ruby and Sahar, I'll do Sahar and Seren even. Can Ruby and Zandria and Caspian please give me a Constitution saving throw?
And indeed.
As you are assailed by some sort of sanguine magic. I'll do Sahar's.
You're not, you've got like 7 billion to con.
Right.
Can't roll
It doesn't
for
matter. It doesn't matter how much we give Xandria in con. It's like the dice fucking knows that I'm doing a con roll. The dice got the message.
24.
Cool.
A dirty,
19.
a dirty 20. For
Bearing
what?
in mind, Ruby, we do have a reroll if you want to.
3 rerolls left.
What did you get, Ruby?
19, 19.
19.
Oh, sorry, I thought you said 13.
I thought you said
like,
13
"There's
as
a
well, yeah.
reroll?"
So yeah, so you three pass, Sahar passes, Zerin failed.
Oh no.
So you
my
take...
lord.
Not mum.
That was 5, 10, 12, 20, 26, 31. So you all take 15 points of necrotic damage.
Love that.
Oh,
Do I
Mum-
take
Potions.
7 or
Mummy
8?
takes 2 seconds. I'll just sort this out.
Round
Zerin
down
takes
should be
31. Are you resistant to necrotic?
Yeah.
Cool. You take half again. So, what did I say? 15. So you take 7. Yeah, you take 7 points of necrotic.
The shower's resistant.
And if you're popping them blue potions on your turn?
I was gonna say we've got fucking potions, kids.
Yeah, I'll keep that in mind now. We'll keep it in mind.
So Ruby, Sahar takes 15. And you've sorted yourselves out. Yep. Caspian, how many hit points you got? Max.
I have 66 max.
And you have 85 because of the amulet. Okay.
Yeah, she's the tankiest tank now of the entire party.
Well, yeah, she went paladin, give me some plate armor. So, that's Watercrow's action. As a bonus action, they will do what you do a lot. And Misty Step.
That's nice.
Oh, in a weird... And just stare back. Owlbearer. Jesus Christ, this was such a ridiculous idea. Owlbearer. Wool. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Needs to get in there. We'll just step in. It is now dearest mother's turn. As Zerin kind of coughs and splutters as she's throwing up a bloody mist as it just pours out, almost like there's a fire extinguisher going off. She just spits all this blood mist out from the whatever that enormous radius of sanguine magic was. She can't. Where are they? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Comes up to here. Just reaches out to you both, and 2 tendrils of green light radiate from her to you two. Stay with me. As you receive 13 points of healing from your mother.
Bless her.
We must stop him. Solomon! And Solomon's not here. Right, next time. Yeah? No one let me do this. So, Solomon, 5, 10, 15, 20. Dex save on the orb. Nat 20, well done, Solomon. Well done, Dad.
Hey.
Well done.
25, 30, 35. Scimitar time. Misses 1, hits with 1. Get in. 8, 13. 13 points of slashing damage, and the lightning erupts from the 3 points of lightning. 13, 16, down to 8. 2 swings of the scimitar slashing. One pings off the armour, the other one slashes across the ashen paste. It's gravy time! Red Savage 85, thank you for the follow. Din. Right, I just heard a notification. I had to get on that. First blow misses, second blow slashes through. Solomon is now in battle with the creature, as well as Sapphire and Owlbearer. It's now Sahar's turn, who is in the dream realm. It's my life!
It seemed like a great idea at the time.
Oh, on paper, this was genius. Sahar just looks at Zarin run across to you two. For the Al Haris. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Straight in. We meet again, Watercrow! And swings their bone spear, stabbing at him. Oh, second strike. The first one was just a practice run.
Has he got some rerolls, technically?
It did actually hit on the second one, so that's okay.
Okay.
10, 14. The bone spear, first one, stabs through nothing but cloth, and on the return manages to claw across the face of Watercrow with the bone spear. End of turn. Ari. In the realm of the land. You're up here, Ari.
I am. I'm trying to figure out what the heck I'm gonna do. I mean, we're just gonna go hit the thing. Like, I was gonna do something else, and now I'm like, nope, we're just gonna go hit. Go hit. Gotta go stab.
You're at advantage with Sapphire.
Oh yeah, my buddy.
Jesus.
I was just
Have you just got numbered house bricks?
Okay?
Is that what it is?
23 to hit.
23 misses.
23 misses.
Jesus.
Yes.
Oofty.
So as you swing,
Wow.
you just miss. As you swing your rapier, which you're pretty confident you were far better at hitting it maybe 12 seconds ago.
Yeah.
But ever since it called upon that green lightning ball to it, it's like it's harder to hit somehow. Some sort of protective magic around it. But you just miss.
Right. Okay.
Bless thee.
Bonus action, try and hit with a dagger, I guess.
Okay.
So advantage, we're going to go with 2 different dice for that one. Oh, that's a natural 19 plus 5, so that's a 24.
Oh, you hit.
Hey, okay. So, I mean, it's not like I don't get sneak, because I would have got sneak on the
You
first
get sneak once a turn. You still have advantage on this attack because Sapphire's there, therefore you still qualify for sneak attack.
True, okay, cool. Yeah, good point. So it's a d4 plus 4.
Matrix, kids. Matrix.
And then also need to roll another d4. That's exciting. So that's 1, 2, 3. Okay, so 1. It's not great, but it's better than now. 13 points of piercing. Plus, I get. Well, I'll say I get 3 points of healing, but.
You do indeed get 3 points of healing. In fact, you get 6 points of healing. So when you stab into this pale demonic paladin, there is almost a resistance on the dagger as you pull it back. And as you pull it back, the dark energy that you see when it absorbs life and feeds it into yourself is radiating. Like it is like on fire, white hot, and you pull against the resistance and feel it run through your veins, and you are healed. Like you don't normally feel it like this. The demonic paladin turns on you, not liking that wound at all.
I mean, not that it technically makes any difference to me because I'm already at max, but yes.
Is that your turn?
Well, I better say it.
Is that your turn?
I'm gonna move the heck away.
Can you? Do you have to be 1-on-1 to move away, or just swing at it? I think it's just swing at it, isn't it? Yeah. I think you just have to.
As long as I hit, yeah.
Yeah. So you crack on. You do one.
I'll do one.
You do one.
You do one. Off you go.
And then we'll go over to Sapphire. Not Sapphire. Kesvion, the other white lion.
Yes, but also no. So.
Back in the dream realm.
Hasted.
Yep.
So
Lots
I'm
of
not,
movement.
In a stunning turn of events, I'm not going to use all of it to attack. What he's going to do is he is.
Ruby, sorry. Can you do me a Constitution saving throw, a concentration check for when you took the sanguine blast? You need a 10.
Yeah, I've rolled a 14 on the dice.
Cool, you're still hasted. Carry on, Kes, my bad.
Cool. He is going to pass the potion of necrotic resistance to his mother.
Okay.
And then he is going to do a slap. But can I get 5, 10, 15, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25?
Oh, easily. Yep. Yeah, so you're at advantage with Sahar?
Yes. And then what's left, I'm going to use to do a smash.
Smash.
Do smash. So that is that is a 27.
Hits.
So
the purple arcane shield has not gone away.
That's okay. Still gonna do smash.
Cool.
That is 6 of slashing and 4 of radiant.
Yep.
We are looking at. Come on, you knew this one. 26 to hit.
Yeah.
We are looking at 8 of slashing. We are 3 of necrotic. You good?
Yep, your necrotic damage bounces off them again, and the undead gargoyle appears.
You hit Mum, so action surge.
Okay.
You don't hit Mum, that doesn't go down well. That is 21 to hit.
Just hits as the arcane shield tries to parry the blade.
That is 9 of slashing, 2 of radiant.
So 11.
Jeez, that's not a good dice to use. That is 23.
Hits.
And that is 7 slashing with 2 necrotic.
7 slashing with 2 necrotic. So cool. So as you like, bam, 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 just blend into Watercrow, you see again the reaction of the necrotic energy producing these 2 undead gargoyle-like creatures. And that's your turn.
Yep.
Zandria.
Okay, just 2 questions. Number 1, is taking a potion a bonus action?
So, the homebrew rule is, if you do a bonus action potion take, is this for healing or is this for benefits?
Benefit.
Benefits is an action. It's not. It's a bonus. It's a bonus. I can't change it for that. Yeah.
That is fine. In that case, bonus action, I will down my potion of necrotic resistance.
Cool. I'm just going to put a little green dot on you so you know.
Yep, that's fine. And then action. Oh no, second question. Before I forget. Dream Realm. Does Dream Realm count? Dream Realm doesn't count as ethereal plane, does it? Because we're not on the realm of ethereals, are we?
In what context do you need to know?
Is this the ethereal plane?
It's a different plane altogether.
Obviously, that's fine. In that case, I can do my thing that I wish to do. I wish to cast Blink.
Okay, which does what?
So basically, roll a d20 at the end of each of my turns for the duration of the spell, which is 1 minute. On a roll of 11 or higher, I vanish from the current plane of existence and appear in the ethereal realm. At the start of my next turn, when the spell ends, if you're on the ethereal plane, you return to an unoccupied space of your choice that you can see within 10 feet of the space you vanished from. If no unoccupied space is available within that range, you appear at the nearest unoccupied space. You can dismiss the spell at any action. So the idea is basically to bump in and out of the planes whilst attacking.
Okay.
Actually, before I do that, I'm going to move. Otherwise, this is completely pointless. So I need to move. Can I move?
So do you blink at the end of your turn or the start?
It is end.
Okay. Cool.
So I need to move. Too many taps. Right. So can I move?
Yeah, you could get there.
Just check that. Fine, so that puts me there. And that is my turn. So I blink, and I am now no longer on this plane.
Skadish. Zandria disappears. Zahar and Caspian see this, but she gives you a look of knowing. Material realm, we have Sapphire. Owlbear and Solomon have joined you. The bond you made in Vey against Kelthias has strengthened you for this mighty fall you're about to take.
What does that mean?
I mean.
Okay, so Sapphire's going to move slightly round.
Owlbear gives you advantage.
I probably should drink the potion, but now fuck it. I'm going to use my bonus action to shift into the stance of summer, meaning that I can do additional radiant damage.
Okie dokie.
Okay, and then I'm going to... So that's my bonus action done. I'm going to do 2 Naginata hits.
Iron Rebuke flares with energy.
Oh no. Yeah, I don't think either of those are going to... Yeah, no, they're definitely not going to hit. That's a 12 and a 17. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So those would have both missed. So let's see if the advantage ones help. 14, 24?
24 hits.
And a 19 will miss.
And the 19 will miss.
Yeah. Okay, so that's
like
one.
how you had to really think.
Yeah.
The 2-4 hits.
And that is 4 points of slashing damage and 5 points of force damage. And
How many slashing?
4.
4
slashing.
Okay.
4 slashing, 5 force, and 1 radiant.
Every little helps.
The force it takes, the rest you see it resist, including the radiant.
Oh, okay. Okie dokie.
Is that
And
your-
yeah, that's my
your
turn.
turn?
Yeah.
Small chirping bird. 5, 10. All 3 of you get an attack of opportunity if you so wish.
Yes, please.
That is a miss from Solomon. A hit from Owlbearer. And what did you get?
25.
25 hits. Oh, well, that was rubbish.
Do I still get all the the extra force damage and radiant damage?
Off Iron Rebuke, yeah.
Just like rolling lots of dice.
Okay, that is an 8 slashing, 5 force, 4 radiant. I'm rolling.
All 3 of you. Iron Rebuke, the Great Sword of Owlbearer, and the Scimitar of Solomon all slash out at this demonic paladin as it moves over to the human that cut deep into its soul with its magical dagger. You will pay for that mark. And it will slam its spear down upon you, Aristotle. For a nat 1.
Hey.
Not happy that you were like, parry. It will slam down at you again. That's more. 28.
Yeah, that hits. Uncanny dodge, please.
Cool. I will bring the smite of hell upon you. As it casts Hellfire Smite. So, first of all,
Just the 7,000 points of damage.
you take
I'd be squish.
11 points of slasher damage reduced to 5 because of the uncanny dodge, and you'll half this as well. Oh, that's not the dice I wanted to roll. Uh, 14 points of fire damage reduced to 7 because you uncanny dodged the entire attack.
Okay.
Bonus action. They just reach out to you, and in the middle of their palm, the skin splits. And you just see maybe 100 eyes looking out from the palm. And they all glow that pale ash colour. The same thick ward paste around the flesh of this demon. And you feel a mark upon your being. Let us dance. Over to Ruby.
Alright. How far did he move? Okay, so I am actually going to use my flight speed, because why the heck not?
Nice.
To move from here to here, and just to completely undercut the whole cool angel thing I have going, I am going to try slamming a quarterstaff down on the top of his head.
Cool. Attack
Sometimes
with
the old ones are the best, though.
attack.
So that is +7, so unlikely, but that is a 23 to hit.
You hit.
So here's where it gets slightly fun. That's not a D8. That's a D4. That's a D8. I'll send a picture over. That is 8 + 4, so 12 magical damage, and because I am currently a level 9, 9 radiant damage because I am in radiant soul form.
Nice. So, tell me that again. I was answering a different question.
So, 12 magic damage.
Cool. From the stick. And then how much radiant?
9.
Oh, what have I done? Get back. Get back. Cool. Angel Ruby comes flying over, slams down with her magic quarterstaff. You see radiant energy race from her, over her shoulders, from the wings, down her forearms into the quarterstaff, as the shillelagh imbued quarterstaff and radiant damage slams into Watercrow, who is now currently surrounded. Their actions. Here, 4 tendrils of red blood-like mist reach from the 4 canine fangs of this giant skull, and in a 20-foot radius around its face. 5, 10, 15. So we'll be, there's no one down here, so it'll be all of you. Give me a Constitution saving throw as this bloody mist reaches deep into you. So I will do...
Oh, I'm loving these dark blue dice at the moment.
1, 2, 3.
22.
Cool. Solomon. Not Solomon. Oh, no. Right. So, 22 for Kess. Zandria's not here. And Ruby, what did you get?
22 on a nat 20.
Cool, so you half. Nice. So, the red mist reaches into you lot and then rushes towards Watercrow. As they are healed. Kesrion and Ruby, you take 26. You take 13 points of necrotic damage, halved for you, Ruby.
13, you said?
Yeah. Sahar and Zerin take the full 27.
Zerin, didn't they have... Well, they haven't taken a...
They haven't taken it yet, it's not their turn yet. Ozra, it's now your turn. As the skull mouth kind of just rests in Dreamland, we go back to the material realm, I think. Yeah, there we go, should have worked.
Yep, cool.
Turn order out the way.
She's gonna run to the other side of the paladin to flank with Ari.
Nice, nice.
She's gonna move her spiritual weapon first of all as well. I don't think I can move this.
Yeah, it's not a token, I'll move it,
Thank you.
Yeah, cool.
So that will be...
Right.
Only an 11 to hit, that won't hit.
From the spiritual weapon, yeah, unfortunately that's not a hit. Oh, however.
We've got rerolls. I think we've got a couple left.
got
It's already
3
after
rerolls.
11.
Can I reroll?
You can if you want.
Ugh, rolling so bad. That's like a 15.
15 does not hit.
Spiritual weapon isn't serving me well tonight.
Ching 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 ching.
She will reach out her hand and grab to touch the back of the paladin's neck.
Okay.
And where her hand is touching his skin, it starts to rot. Can he make... Oh no, that's a roll for me. At advantage. Come on. Oh, natural 19, so 28 to hit. As she casts a vampiric touch.
Oh. So as your hand clenches and you kind of got to push through a thick ashen paste to touch the actual skin.
Mm-hmm.
And you absorb. And what does vampiric touch do?
I've cast it at... Sorry, I should have said this before. I'm just losing.
Now that you know you've hit, I understand.
Yeah. It's no.
Level 9.
I was going to cast it at 4th level anyway.
Okay.
So it takes 4d6s of necrotic damage. 7 and 14 points of necrotic damage, and his life essence will drain into Ozra.
Okay.
And how much does she take? She takes 7 points of healing from him.
You take 14.
Ooh.
the almost sweetness of draining the life force from this demonic paladin is just beyond euphoric. From whenever you've healed yourself in battle and got that adrenaline burst to carry on again, there is an element. There's like a surge of life force when you drain from this creature.
Caffeine plus.
Is that your turn, Ozra?
Yeah, I'll stay flanking with Ari.
It is now Water Crow, aka Bodyman. Well, it looks like you've all come together. Very well. Have it your way. Points at Sahar. As he points at Sahar, Watercrow just calls to Zerin. I know words of power you do not, Summer Breeze. And just looks at Sahar. You, it is time to die. And Sahar just becomes dust on the floor.
Oh shit.
As he is disintegrated. And you watch Sahar die. Poof. Now,
Shit.
let us finish this, children of Summer Breeze, and your pet angel. And then kind of goes into a bit of a stance that you've seen Sahar take sometimes, but less martial. It's now Owlbearer's turn. Owlbearer immediately runs to stand by your side, Ozra, and slams the greatsword into the creature, with Ari on the other side. Go on, Owlbearer. We'll slam into again. Nice, nice. Thank you, Ari. Uh, 11, 21, so... The two greatsword strikes, slash into the flesh. Ashen paste and ward just falls away from it. Owlbearer's eyes kind of have a golden tinge around the iris of them. Ozra, you've only ever seen this happen when Owlbearer calls upon whatever innate magics run through his veins. It's now Zerin's turn. Seeing this happen from where she is, and her disintegrated friend of since they were children, probably taught her the ways of the desert as well as Kesfion and Xandria. Zerin is distraught. No, no. 5, 10, 15, 20. She will cast Soul Capture on the remains of Sapphire.
Sapphire?
Not Sapphire. Sorry, Sapphire. You're dead.
Die, Sapphire!
You had your chance. I've got an alchemist you can play. The remains of Sahar. The dust blows away in the stream realm, and you see a orb of glass appear, and within it, a bright orange light. As Zerin calls it to her. You will not get away with this, Watercrow. I swear it. That is her action. Movement. Bonus action. Sun. And she will heal you for 7 points. Kesfion.
Drink the fucking potion, Mum!
It was Sahar's go. Right. It is the end of another round. I am going to call it there. Because it is 11:15, 20 past 11. There is still a lot to go. You've still got a lot, they've still got a lot. I don't want to just keep forcing this. So,
My God.
we're going to rein it in there. I'll leave everything exactly where it is for next week.
The
Let me
man
just-
got Thanos.
Now, let me go back to there. Ridiculous. I'm sweating. Right?
Sweating.
We will carry. I believe we still have Sasha next week, so we can see.
do?
So we can
Yay,
have
you
some
can't leave.
Osra skills. Yeah. Thank you so much for being patient in the chat. Thank you, players, for being patient for me bouncing around 2 maps. We will see how this fight goes next week. There are some very high stakes left for the players to face, and we'll see what happens. And we will still be bouncing around 2 maps. Again, thank you for your patience. Thank you for all the new follows, the bits. Wow, the bits were just mental. The follows, the raids. We had a couple of subs. Super appreciated. Thank you so much. Please take care of yourselves. Try and make each other laugh, and we'll share more stories with you next Tuesday. If you're interested in any of the other stories that go on the channel, just keep an eye out on the social medias and all that good stuff. Now you're following us, you know when we're live. But yeah, if you want to see what this will do, Fables Among Titans, session 65 next week. Please come along and just be as interactive and, dramatic as we have been. Right, so for now... That got me. For now, say goodbye, players.
Goodbye, players.
See you later, folks. Thank you very much.